Hello. Welcome to CharmedPersons. Thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday. As you can see, Michael's not here. What does that mean for Danny? Well, we're going to have to find out. We'll have to find out.
Dead in a ditch.
But hello, thank you so much for joining us. Announcements.
I got the calendar up. Are you ready?
Thursday we have the next
tomorrow.
There's one tomorrow.
There's something tomorrow?
Candlekeep.
Gosh, I keep
Candlekeep.
forgetting Candlekeep. Damn it, I really thought I had it.
That's how
We had a busy week.
honestly.
We had a really busy week.
Yeah, we do. Well, I mean, it's just Candlekeep and then Stroud, right?
I mean, that's 3 streams in a week.
Candlekeep,
Hey, listen.
and Campaign 3.
We have Candlekeep coming up at 7 p.m. Central tomorrow. We've had multiple Candlekeep sessions. We've jumped forward in time. We've jumped back in time. Right now, we're kind of going chronologically. But excited to jump into that. So Candlekeep tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central. Then Thursday at 7 p.m. Central, we have the next Curse of Strahd session with me returning. But I will not be Gabe because Gabe's dead. So come
In the ditch.
Tune in on that. And then a week from today, 12 p.m. Central, we are back here for Campaign 3. So that's it for announcements. Follow us at CharmedPersons on Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff to stay up to date. In last week's session, our party had just recently attended the Celebration of New Beginnings Masquerade Ball, which was being held at the King's Castle at the basically this world's version of New Year's celebration. While at this celebration, the castle as a whole came under attack by many abyssal creatures that the party fought back, saved some citizens from, some still perished, unfortunately, but saved the majority of people and found out that they had been released on the castle by Aramaeus Drake through a portal in the temple underneath the castle. After finding this out and after fighting their way through, the party was able to kind of save everybody, get everybody back home. The king talked to the party. He was very thankful. He offered them a place to stay in the castle and basically told them that there was going to be a scouting mission where a group of scouts were going to look for the headquarters of the Sect of the Abyss somewhere within the Wandering Peaks, and that once he had more information on that, he would get you guys back and talk about sending you up there to see if you can find out more about this Sect of the Abyss. And in the meantime, he asked that you stay close to Savonia or, able to get back quickly enough so that you could be ready when this happens, and also kind of help him go through his staff and the people under his purview to see if anybody else was still on the side of Aramaeus Drake, the former hand of the king, who turned out to be the leader of the Sect of the Abyss, as the party found out. Other things that were found out, not necessarily in last session, but things that are currently going on in the world, is that the Black Hat, the serial killer formerly known as I forget his name.
Henry Whitcomb.
Henry Whitcomb. So many made up names in my head. Formerly known as Henry Whitcomb and Emory's friend, was on the loose, maybe in Danrek. Emory's acquaintance, and was threatening our party members and their families. So he's still on the lookout. You also found out that Aeliana freed her mother, Helena, from the basement of the Savonian castle, and they have not been heard from. And you also did a bunch of research, finding out about a little bit more about the Sect of the Abyss, finding out about Moldrak, Emory with a insight check and a history roll after reading one of his books, found out that Kavar, who has been mentioned in injunction with the sect of the Abyss is a beholder, an abyssal creature, a forgotten one, and that was kind of how we ended the session. Also, in last session, Rowina had a conversation with who she found out to be her father, Damien, who kind of just spilled everything and confirmed that he was an adopted child of Linda as well, and had been for a long time, and that he had an affair with a woman from the Kovaxian Empire who gave birth to 2 twins. And in order to protect them, because apparently somehow he got involved with the sect, and in order to protect his 2 twins from the sect, he made a deal with them that he would work for them and that they would leave his twins alone. He then confirmed that he left Emory and Rowina as babies in the forest near where Linda was supposed to find them. However, it was confirmed by Nessa and Reyna that Helene Beard, the owner of the orphanage that Emory lived in, found the twins before Linda did, took Emory with her, but left Rowina presumably for dead, where Linda then did find her, thus the 2 of them being separated for the vast majority of their life. This was then revealed at the end of last episode to both of you, and you both now know this. And that's where we left off. And we are jumping forward in time in the world of Akios. We are jumping forward 6 months. So it is now, I'll tell you the specific date. Pardon me. It is now it's basically going to be the first of Orisia, which is the first month in the season of fall. So you went through an entire winter, spring, and summer, and you are now, it's still pretty hot. It's like, how September can still be pretty warm. I know for a fact. And
Oliver's going to be peak tan then.
But you've just gone through a summer and a spring here in Savonia. It's a beautiful city, beautiful flora and landscape here up in northern Akios. And for 6 months, you all as a party, together and separately, have had relative peace. You guys were getting close to the year anniversary of all of you meeting each other.
Oh my gosh.
And have known each other for almost a year. And for the last 6 months, for the first 3 to 4 months of your relationships, so much happened. You went through so much personal discovery, so much discovery amongst each other, so much discovery of the world and the intricacies of Akios and what's going on in the Sabian dynasty. But you were finally able to take 6 months of time and take a break and digest everything that had happened to you in such a short amount of time and prepare for what you knew was still a very long war ahead to wage. Because
music.
The sect of the Abyss is still has still forwarded your investigations and is still thriving and alive somewhere. The Sisters of Cullinan, the 2 that are alive, still have Xavier and are still somewhere throughout Akios. And apparently rumored a released archdevil from the 9 Hells is somewhere in Akios. So still a lot on your plate, but not a lot that you can have information on during this 6 months. So you took the time for some self-growth, some relaxation, and some discovery of other things. So, with that being said, as we jump forward these 6 months, we want to find out what happened over these 6 months. And the first thing in order that I would probably take care of is that whenever you did, whether it been that night or a couple nights later, whenever you did eventually, find or go back to the house that you rented, you found another letter, a bit more of a detailed letter from Danny. And I will show this letter to you now.
Oh,
jeez.
And I will read it to the stream as well. But let me get it up here.
Oh no, I suddenly can't read.
Okay. So, you find the letter, and it says to all of you.
Nice stretch.
Thank you. The letter says this. Hi. I'm sorry, and then it crossed out, if you feel, it's crossed out, for leaving the way I did.
Oh my god.
The past few months have been hard on all of us, but when push comes to shove, I'm not as strong as the rest of you all. They say you either bend or you break. Well, I'm pretty broken. You all were right. I heard the whispers, saw the looks of concern, and denied it for as long as I could, but I've reached the point where I have nothing left. I'm not okay. My entire life I've been defined by other people. From school to the ballet to the cavalry to the house to you all. I've just never been me. I'm not even sure who I am, but I need to find out, and that means going alone for a while. It continues. Rowina.
Oh God.
You know how amazing I think you are.
No!
Don't let anyone make you feel that your power is something to be ashamed of. I think you've only scratched the surface of what you're capable of. And I don't mean
here's
just...
your sending stone.
And I don't just mean your magic. Emory. That restoration gave you a second chance. Don't waste it like I did. Stop comparing yourself to others. If you only fixate on the thing that you aren't, you'll never realize the things that you can be. I think one day we'll all be reading stories about your adventures. Aeliana, I've traveled a lot, met so many people, and I've never met anyone like you. You are endlessly creative, fiercely loyal, pretty damn good with a sword, and above all, the greatest friend anyone could ever wish for. It continues. The light inside you is blinding at times. I wish I had been a better friend these past months. I'm sorry. I can never make it up to you. Oliver, I'm so sorry for everything. 2 years ago, part of me was ripped out and killed. From then on, everything felt numb. Nothing felt right against my hands, flowers didn't smell as sweet, and the sun never warmed my shoulders. I thought I'd be that way forever. Despite the mess I made in the process, you were the spark that made me feel warm again. I will always owe you for that. The months ahead are going to be difficult for all of us. The world needs heroes, and I can't think of anyone more suited for the job than you four concerned citizens. Danny.
I hate it.
What an asshole.
Burn it. Burn it. I'm mad. I run out of the room and I go somewhere and I don't know where that is.
So that is the letter that all of you get. And
You don't leave a letter like that if you're coming back soon.
I don't like how much
Yeah.
that feels like a goodbye.
It is. Bye.
100%
Dead in a
Four
ditch.
concerned citizens.
Dead in a ditch.
anyway, so you digest that
we're feeling.
for a few days.
Oh, we're feeling crossed out for sure.
Yeah.
But
What?
as time continues on, part of something that happens over this 6 months is that Emory and Rowina leave Savonia.
Can I ask the party just a technical question real quick?
Sure.
I have the party fund.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything that we would want to do in terms of like sharing that before we left, or would we like? How do you think we should
I'm
do?
working, so
Yeah, we got
think
jobs.
We're good.
Put it in a piggy bank in the home.
Why don't
We
you
could
guys?
yeah, you could leave some of it if you're worried about losing it along the way.
Or
Yeah,
if you
so-
need it when you travel,
If you
go
need,
for
you
it.
should take some to travel with.
We have
Yeah.
388 gold. What if I leave? I mean, this is more than we need, but like, what if I left 200 with you guys to keep safe,
Yep.
and then we took 188?
And we probably won't use it, but we'll just
Yeah.
keep it that way.
Yeah.
If something
You can
I
put it in
mean,
your bank account.
I've
or
just
a
told you that
savings
you're
account.
going 6 months. Like, you don't necessarily have to separate it.
I don't
Okay,
know.
I'm just
Logistics.
saying. I just,
No,
I just, yeah.
We'll say that there was some methodology.
Yeah, I'm just trying to save you some time. Like, there's just like, I don't know.
I
we're about
literally
to jump
play this
forward
game
you
to
guys.
not think about money.
Yeah, we're about to jump forward to you guys being back
Okay,
together.
So just take the
Aeliana's an
money.
accountant.
Yeah.
I'll just take the money. I'll take the money.
But that's my whole job. You're really.
I mean, we could say you left money behind, but we don't have to like go into the specifics or
How
like.
much
We'll just say
Yeah,
specifically the money was left behind just in case.
Okay.
Okay,
Great.
sure. But part of the thing that happens is that Emory and Rowina leave Savonia. You guys probably stayed for at least a few days, maybe even close to like, a week after the events of everything. But eventually, Reyna and Nessa had to go back to Danrek. Nessa, I'm actually going to leave this up to you, Emory. Nessa does want to accompany Reyna back to Danrek, but Nessa does not have to live or stay in Danrek. She probably would not bring up not staying in Danrek, but I just want to know if you think at any point Emory would have encouraged her not to stay in Danrek. And you cannot answer that right now. I just want you to think about that.
Yeah, let me think about that.
yeah,
That
yeah,
feels
yeah.
like a lot, Zach. Jeez, okay.
So they eventually have to return, and Eleanor is pretty pissed at her brother. And
Join the club.
I think that knowing that he took one of the sending stones, she leaves the one that she has with you. And she says he's not tried to get in touch with me for the past few months to a year anyway, so why would it matter now? And she like hands it back to you. And she loves being with her parents, but she is not a city girl, and so she wants to return to the forest on the cliff. And so all you Emory, Rowina, Nessa, Reyna, and Ellie kind of have a road trip, all five of you.
Whoa!
Where for the first probably 15, 20 days on the road, you are all traveling together. The five of you. You probably had, I like to think that you guys had a great time all getting to know each other. I think that in this way, Emory got a little bit closer with Ellie. Rowina got a little bit closer with Nessa. And Emory probably definitely felt like, wow, I never had a family, and I've been with my party, and now I have a sister, and I'm going on a road trip with her, and I bet Emory loved it. I don't know. I don't want to decide for you.
Oh, yeah.
But then at one point, close to Danrek and Pakra, you would have had to separate, with Reyna and Nessa following the path to go to Danrek, and Rowina, Emory, and Eleanor continuing through the forest on the cliff to get to close to Pakra, where Rowina's mother, Linda, lives. Yes, Oliver, you...
I was going to do something before, knowing that if they were going to leave, there was something I was going to do.
Okay,
See
yeah.
if they wanted to do it too.
Sure.
I was going to have Aeliana make a logo for the concerned citizens.
Oh, okay, awesome.
And then Oliver was going to turn that into a brand, and he was going to brand it onto himself.
Oh,
On your skin?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
okay.
Oh,
All right.
He's not like a tattoo guy, but
He's in it.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, would
If anybody else
Aeliana,
wanted a brand before you left, you can.
would
I'll stick to
Aeliana
tattoos.
create
Okay.
a logo? Would you create a logo though?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what it looks like.
Yeah, no, but so yeah, that's not something we have to decide right now.
Right.
But Aeliana would create
Oh.
some sort of logo for the concerned citizens,
I have
probably
an
some
idea.
sort
Let
of
me see if I
like
can make it.
overlapping C's or something
That's
like
what I'm
that.
thinking.
Whatever,
That's what I'm
a
thinking.
circular thing. And then
Yeah.
brand it on.
Damn, dude.
And then
That's
Oliver
hardcore.
makes
Hardcore.
is with his easily enough with your blacksmith tools, you're able to
Oh my God.
form some iron into a brand. Where do you brand it on yourself, Oliver?
The arm, like right here.
All right. Does
Emery
anybody else
watches.
get a brand?
It is a brand. No.
Aeliana
tattoo
doesn't.
it.
Emory doesn't. Rowina, do you
can
brand
tattoo it
yourself?
if you want it.
You don't have to.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Like,
I'll be
really
here
thinks
for.
about it for a minute. Like when you first offer, she's like, "Give me a day. Let me think about it."
Does anybody tattoo it?
I would.
Fine.
I would think about
Angie
it.
would.
I don't think I'm. Yeah, I don't think I'm a tattoo.
Would Emory,
I
though?
don't think she's a tattoo person.
Think
No.
about it.
No.
I
Okay.
could include it in the design. Like I could add it to the design I made for Emory before. Like put it in around the dagger tattoo that I drew for you a while
We
back.
could also
It's
save a
not
little
out.
bit and try to get like magical tattoos. Aren't there like magic tattoos? Is that a thing?
Mhm.
Yeah, here I'll work on a logo.
All right. Well, so it'll be
When
a,
we get back from Pakra, maybe
to be
Okay,
continued.
so this will be something that is created before the 6 months, but nothing really happens other than Oliver getting branded during the 6 months.
and we all go, woo!
I immediately regret it.
I like to think that Oliver's like, "Hey guys," and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Just like horrified. Not the reaction that Oliver thought was going to happen. All right. So Emory and Rowina continue with Ellie into the forest, leaving. So at that point, Emory, based on what you've told me, I'm assuming you tell Reyna and Nessa when you guys separate, like, one, you tell them bye, but do you tell them, like, I'll see you soon? Because you said you might want to visit Darriok?
How far out of the way is Darriok? Like, so if we were going back to Savonia,
Very much so.
we would
out
have
of the
to.
way.
It's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
okay.
Because here, I'll show you the map again, just to.
Yeah.
So here's the map. You can see Darriok there in the middle left of the map, and then directly west of that is Pakra. So if you were going from Pakra to Savonia, you just wouldn't go to Darriok.
Okay.
It just wouldn't work, like be useful. But you can plan to do that. I just was wondering what Emory would do.
I would say that this is all a lot for someone who only plans hours in advance.
For sure.
So I think that Emory, as they're separating, and he's like hugging Nessa, he is very much like, yeah, I'm gonna come visit Darriok. I have to stay close to Savonia because of my duties, my responsibilities.
Duty.
Shut up.
Nessa, that was Nessa.
And then I laugh because she said duties. And but I will come back to Darriok, and you can come to Savonia, and what? Oh. This is gonna get tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I guess when you're a big adventurer, you know, you're needed in lots of places. So.
Well, I can still write
Yeah,
to you.
you better.
Well, yeah.
Listen, Emory, I love you.
I like look around to see if anybody's in. I love you too.
And I wanted to say that before saying I've been alone my whole life. So I'm gonna miss you and I'm gonna want to see you again. But I don't know how to say this. Hopefully you don't take it in a bad way, but some time apart's not gonna kill me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean by that though?
Yeah,
It's not in
I
a
think
bad
that's
way.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're like each other. We love each other. Ooh. So it's fine. Like we're cool with that.
Because we'll
and
see each other soon.
Yeah, and then when we see each other, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe we won't wake up Rowina next time.
Okay.
That was embarrassing.
That was so embarrassing.
We just
it'll be
shouldn't
fine.
take watches together. That just shouldn't
No.
happen.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
no, it's the wrong idea.
It was fun though.
Yeah, stop. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Rowina to Danrek, and you know she needs me. She might act like she doesn't, but she does.
She does.
And I miss Alistair. I want to see him.
Yeah.
And TK,
Oh my
I
God.
gotta give him all your love. You
Yeah.
know?
And tell Felix I said, "What's up?"
All right, will do. But you better write.
You better write.
Oh, all right. Who's writing first? You write first.
Listen, I'm about to go meet like my long lost family apparently. So maybe can you write first?
Okay, I'll write first. Yeah. Do you want me to
Okay,
write
thank
you?
Write me in Pack Red.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Okay. Well, I love
And I'll
you.
kiss her right on the mouth.
And she loves it when she kisses you back. And the two of you separate. And eventually, Ellie also separates. She doesn't go with you all the way to Linda's. She probably leaves like a day before you're supposed to get to Linda's. You guys have been in the forest of the cliff for a hot minute. And I think that she would kind of pull you aside, Rowina, and say, so this has been fun.
Yes, this has been very fun.
And I've been enjoying getting to know you. And you have kind of taken a bit of the blow away from Danny.
You know, I'm mad at Danny too. I know Emery's really mad. I know you're mad. He'll come back.
Yeah.
Give him time. Give him a chance.
I hope that you're right. I know that he loves me. I do know that. But sometimes just loving somebody isn't enough. Relationships still take work, you know, and I just feel like it's work he's not willing to put in.
You're right. I just hope that changes someday.
Well, how long are you gonna be with Linda?
A couple weeks, I think. We're not on a super strict timeline, but I think we want to get back in enough time. But a few weeks, and we're not far.
Oh yeah, I'll come visit you guys.
Well, and I mean, I grew up there, and I have lots of little spots that I found throughout the forest, and I could show you.
I'd like that.
Are you going to come see Linda with us, or?
No, I think that should be a you guys thing. Give her my love and tell her I'll see you guys soon.
All right. When?
I don't know. A couple days maybe?
Well, you know where I am.
Yeah. Thank you, Rowina.
For what?
Just being you, I guess.
Thank you for being you. It's not what I expected, but it's kind of perfect.
think that she would reach out and kind of like grab your upper arm, and like her hand glides down your arm, squeezing your elbow, squeezing your forearm, and then grabbing your hand and giving it a squeeze. Before she just kind of like starts to back up and then just goes into the forest.
I'll just, as she like starts to disappear, say, "See you soon."
You hear her chuckle as she goes away. And then the two of you head further into the forest for about a day until eventually you come across a cabin. This cabin is very familiar to you, Rowina. I don't have an image of a cabin, but
Dang it, that's the best part.
but yeah, imagine it. You a very quaint cabin in the middle of this clearing that a beaten trail leads up to, surrounded by trees that are clearly older than the cabin, but the cabin does seem quite old itself. There's parts of the logs and clay and mud that make up the walls and structure of the cabin that are covered in moss, and nests of various creatures. You see this cabin that at first glance you would think has been overtaken by nature, but really it's just a place that has embraced nature. And as you approach this cabin, working out in the front yard, in the garden right in front of her cabin, you see a woman that you recognize very clearly, Rowina, but a woman, Emory, that you have never seen before. She is a older elven woman, long gray hair that falls over her shoulders, a little headband made of vines and leaves, a long flowing green dress that is tattered at the ends of the actual trim of the dress from just multiple uses in a forested area, getting caught on various twigs and stuff. And she's just kind of working away, and her ears kind of perk up for a moment, and she turns and she looks at the two of you approaching, and you see her eyes go wide. Rowina.
I would run up and hug her. I mean, I don't even know if she would get that out before I ran up.
She gives you a big hug and just kind of laughs, and her laugh fills the air. And Emory, it almost reminds you of various songbirds singing throughout the forest. Her laugh, as it just kind of rings in the area around you, and she lifts you up and kind of puts you down. Definitely older in her years, but pretty physically fit. And she puts you down and just like can't get her hands off of your face, and she rubs her hands on your horn and where the gold trimming is now, or the silver trimming I should say is now, and she just can't stop touching your face and running her thumbs over the scars on your face from the battle with Winter, the sister of Cullinan, and she just squeezing you and pinching you, and is it really you? Are you really here after all this time?
It's really me. Do you like it? And it's gold and emerald.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
No, you're good.
And she says, "Of course. Did it hurt?"
I mean, yeah, at first, but this, I mean, yes, it did. It hurt, yes.
Well, it's amazing. I love it. I think it looks very badass.
Oh, thank you. Linda, there are a lot of things to tell you, but
You must be Emory.
first and most importantly, I need you to meet my brother.
Hello.
Would you mind if I hugged you?
Okay.
And she pulls you in for a big hug, just squeezing you into her. It's pretty strong. You don't
Jesus.
expect it to be as strong as it is.
Holy Paramount.
And she she pulls you back, and she says, "You are a handsome figure.
Oh. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Linda Bishop."
I've heard a lot about you in some fictional ways that I think were real. Now that I'm thinking about it, Rowina's told me a lot. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
It's a pleasure to make yours. This is so. Please, how about we have some dinner? Are you hungry?
Yes.
Starving.
And she rushes you inside.
We are twins.
And as you walk inside, you see such a warm, inviting place. There are potted plants just spread throughout the interior of this cabin. Some even that make their way in through like cracks in the walls that are like both outside and inside plants. And you see occasionally you see a squirrel running around, a rabbit that runs from here to here. She talks to each of them, and kind of like one of the squirrels is like carrying like a piece of fruit from a nearby basket that's on the table, and she kind of scolds him, and she's like, "Murray, not until dinner." And he's and he runs past, and you see that she just has like a full little community and a little ecosystem here, and she brings you inside, and you have a warm meal, a stew that is very delicious, well seasoned, and takes you a moment as you're eating it before you realize that it is completely vegetarian. And she welcomes you to her home, and is so happy to see you. And there's some things that I want to do, but you guys spend some time with Linda. Emory spends some time getting to know Linda and being in this situation where you have a sister and a motherly figure at a warm, welcoming home. And what does that mean? And what does that do for Emory? And Rowina, it just feels good to be home and be surrounded by this love again. And there are two specific kind of scenes that happen throughout your time here with Linda that I want to kind of jump into. One of them would probably happen within the first couple nights that you're there. Emory is maybe asleep with a full stomach somewhere or off exploring something, but Emory is not to be found in this moment. And it's one of the first moments of privacy that you and Linda have had since you've returned home. And the two of you are sitting in front of her fireplace, drinking some tea. Tea that is like, you forgot what it's like to have fresh tea made by Linda. It's nothing compared to like the traveling tea that you have. And
even the like fresh stuff that I made from Danny's parents' garden, like I missed something in the recipe. Like it just wasn't the same.
Yeah. And she's sitting with you, and you kind of find a moment of silence between the two of you, and she looks over to you, and she says, "I'm sure that you have many questions, Rowina, and I want you to know that I'm not going to keep any secrets from you any longer. So here I am, ready."
I met him.
Danius?
Yes, just before we left. He showed up.
He was there with you?
He knocked on my door in the middle of the night.
But he was there physically.
Oh, no, he wasn't, right?
No, he was an illusion.
I suppose not. No, I didn't realize it at first, but no.
What did he say?
He told me about, well, he confirmed some things about Emory. He told me about the deal that he made. You know about the deal?
Yes, I do.
Um,
I don't know
he,
the intricacies of it or the specifics, but I do know about it.
it didn't exactly go well. I asked him to leave. And I'm sorry. I know that you love him and he's my father, and I want to know more, but he seems like a coward.
I understand why you might feel that way, and perhaps in a way he is.
What
I
do you what do you know of him? I mean, I know that you know, but you know him. You know who he is, not the things that he's done, not the people he's with. You know him, and I need to know that.
I met Damien when he was a young boy. He was orphaned, much like you were. I was living outside of Hillnom at the time, and he was running throughout the streets, thieving, doing what he could to get by. He stole some wares from me, some stuff that I had bought, and I had not had a great day, and I followed him and scared him a little by turning into a bear and cornering him into an alley. I just wanted him to regret what he did, and then he started.
Sounds effective.
And then he started crying, and I felt horrible for what I had done. I asked him what he was doing, where his parents were, and I found out that he didn't know the answer to any of those questions. And I felt something for him. He seemed special, troubled. And so I offered him some work for me, helping me around my garden and my little farm, and he worked with me for a number of days straight, and then eventually he was staying there, and I don't know, I guess I just wound up being his caretaker. It wasn't the goal when I first met him, but he was so promising, and he was so talented, and he was mischievous, bright, very bright, but sometimes used that for revenge or dangerous things, putting himself in danger mainly. And then as he grew older, there were times where he would disappear. I wouldn't see him for months, years at a time. But he would always return. I would always open my arms and welcome him back. He began to tell me of his life. He told me about who he was working with, where he was living, the adventures that he had gotten up to. He had a brief time in an adventuring party, just like you.
Did they have a name?
They called themselves the Wild Ones.
What do you
He
know? Oh, no, go ahead.
he on one of his adventures found himself involved with these people. He wouldn't tell me anything about them, no matter how much I tried to get the information out of him. He wouldn't tell me, and he would tell me about how they were powerful, and he started dressing more fancily and having more resources and seemingly being more powerful. But he also seemed scared, hesitant, worried. I was so concerned about him until he told me about a woman that he had met. A woman from the Kavaxian Empire. He was wandering through the Wandering Peaks one day, and he came across a scouting party from the Kavaxian Empire. He supped with them and got to know their captain, this woman. And he said he fell in love immediately. He then went to visit her in the Empire for some time. And then the next time I saw him, he was telling me how worried he was. How the people didn't like his wife, he called her. And that they were trying to drive a stake in between them, that they were trying to drive them apart. He said that the people that he was working with were involved in things that he was starting to question. And that was the last I heard from him. Until one day I heard a crying child in the forest. A little green baby with a note. And the rest you know.
Did he tell you her name?
He did. Rowina. He asked me to name you Rowina. In her honor.
Okay, what do you know of... I began doing research as soon as I left, before I left even, about what it means to be blood of a Luna, which I'm sure you
Yes.
know some about. I read a book recently that described a messenger of a Luna as a man named Damien. What does that mean? How can I be blood of a Luna and have all of the traits that they say that I should have, but Emory does not? How is that possible?
Well, to answer your second question first, being the blood of a Luna is what you would call a recessive gene. It's not every child is immediately a blood of a Luna. It's quite rare, actually. But if it is in your bloodline, there is a chance. Two seeming humans could have a child who ends up being a blood of a Luna. That would be incredibly rare, but...
Okay.
The first question... The part that I didn't tell you is... When I first met Damien, to when he told me about his wife, many years passed. Centuries. At first I was confused. I didn't understand why he wasn't aging. It all happened at about the time he told me about these people he was working with. These people that he had found. He told me that they had helped him find out more about himself. And that because of that, he was like me now. I couldn't get him to explain it further. But I thought maybe, perhaps, there was elven blood in him that was expending his life. I'm not sure. But I have known Damien for centuries.
So then is it not possible that Aeliana is, if he is a messenger for her, that she is somehow tied in with the people he works for now?
It could potentially be, but I don't think that is the case, no. I think that Aeliana is separate from these people. I think that his relationship with Aeliana was a bargaining chip for them.
He told me to stay away. And I'm sorry if you agree with him, but I'm not going to. And Emory's not going to.
Whether I agree with him or not is beside the point. You will do as you please. But what I will ask is that you be careful. Despite his faults, despite the tumultuousness of our relationship, Damien is a son to me. A son that I feel I've lost. I don't want to lose another child.
I've surrounded myself with very capable people. And there's no promise that anybody's going to make it out of this, but if anybody could, it would be us. And I believe that, and I cannot know everything and do nothing.
I understand. Will you do me one more favor?
Of course, anything.
Do not judge Damien for his choices, but judge him for the man he is. And what I mean by that is, if you are to do something to Damien, let it not be as some revenge for some wrong you feel he has dealt you. Let it be because you believe that he means harm to this world, that he is beyond reproach and beyond repair.
When Damien came and visited me, there's a reason I did not tell some of the others that I am with that he was there. They have every right to be angry, and I know I have every right to be angry, but I cannot, well, firstly, I cannot make a decision that would hurt you. I owe you everything. But know that I will make my decision about Damien based on the decision he makes when he is given a chance to right his wrongs, which he will be. And I hope that you're right.
I'm sorry.
But I know that nothing is the same, but it feels like things are the same for a moment.
I'm so sorry that I didn't tell you so much of this sooner. I didn't want you involved in whatever he was going to. I was afraid. And I made a decision out of fear.
You have done more than was required of you time and time again. There's nothing to be sorry for. My mother, do you know, was she human? Was she drow?
Your mother was a drow.
Is she still alive?
No. I'm sorry, Rowina. No.
Anyway, I want to know more about Damien, and I want Emory to know more about Damien. This has been my story, and it's not just my story. And I'm glad that we get to live here in some normalcy. It's Irish for a second. In some normalcy. On another note, what do you think about Ellie?
On that note, I need to stop the stream for just a second. Not stop it, but go to the
Because it's so intense.
Be right back scene, because something's going on with my computer that I need to fix. So give me just a second. We'll be right back. Just small technical difficulties. Just a moment. Don't even go anywhere.
I'm gonna. I've never played D&D in my life.
Hi, we're back. Sorry about that. We are back. Oh gosh, I forgot to move our things around. Hold on.
Gosh.
I'm just gonna do this live. I don't care.
Oh gosh. Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Peek behind the curtain. A CharmedPersons exclusive.
Yeah, if you're here now, it's because you
We'll break this
love
down.
us.
Okay, so you asked her what she thought about Ellie. She looks at you and she says, why do you ask?
We've been getting to know each other.
Be careful, I would say.
What makes you say that?
I very much enjoy Ellie, but she is a free spirit.
So is the woman I look up to most in this world.
Just saying. And jumping away from this moment, a few days later, Emory, what's a way that you think you would just be kind of passing your time at Linda's cabin?
Oh, absolutely feral in the woods. Just absolutely like
There's so much room to do that.
There's never been so I grew up at this farm, but it's like a fucking, work farm child labor situation, so that wasn't fun. And then I went to Darriok at 13, turns out, instead of 16. So that was a bunch of rats and a bunch of city and just people and like survival. So I think for like, in the same way that he was so excited about adventuring and journeying, he has now like become a forest child and is like, every morning probably gets up with all of the animals, and like even though he can't talk to them, he's like talking to them like Linda, and going out and like climbing trees and finding leaves and rocks and like riding and coming back just like absolutely like filthy and like caked in like mud and dirt and with leaves in his hair. Yeah.
Okay. I think that one day you are out in the forest and you're doing something, like swinging from tree to tree, digging in dirt,
Yep.
And you hear a chuckle, and you see that Linda is nearby, and she was kind of like watching you. And she says, "Have you been enjoying it out here?"
It's pretty cool out here. It's like a city, but with trees and leaves and you can breathe like and I don't want to cough or it doesn't smell like piss. Sorry. I mean,
No, Teriok smells very strongly of piss.
bad.
Yeah.
Didn't know it. Smelled terrible.
Emory, have you ever...
Probably.
Do you know about your lineage?
Well, kinda. I had ears, and I like pull back and show her the cuts, and like, so something's going on there.
I'm sorry for whoever did that to you.
Oh, that was Helene. I don't really remember it though, so that's good.
Are you aware that your mother was a drow? Did Rowina tell you?
I would assume that Rowena told me some stuff. Yeah.
I think Rowena would probably tell Emory. I think that Rowena was pretty feral in the woods as a kid and would be pretty feral with Emory a couple times. And there would be a few times that they'd just stop and like, not like that, Eric. I saw your face. And there would be a time that she would basically just tell her everything that Linda told her.
Yeah.
Tell him everything.
Yeah. So yeah, I would be like, yeah, I mean, checks out, I guess.
Do you know much of the drow?
Oof, look at that. Pale as hell. I've been out here for what? 4 or 5 days? Nothing.
Yeah, you probably won't either.
Whatever.
What do you know of the drow? Anything?
I know they mostly stick to the Cavaxian Empire.
True.
Oh, I think they're ruled by dragons.
Oh.
I have not confirmed that. Don't tell anyone either. I don't know if I was supposed to say that.
I'm just gonna skip over that.
Cool. Good. Yeah.
Have you ever made something happen around you? Something that you didn't expect or couldn't quite give reasoning to?
You mean like magically?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I can do this, and I like do the because I did the lights thing.
Yeah, the dancing
at
lights.
The campfire one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I cast dancing lights.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you know that you can do that.
That's it though. It's not anything like.
Well, that's not just it. So, Rowina's told you that because of who her father was, because of who she is, she has innate abilities, right? Being a blood of a Luna.
Yeah, it's cool.
It is cool. Well, You may not be a blood of a Luna, but the blood that is dominant in your body is also magical in nature. Elves, and she points to her ears, drow, we are magical beings. We are descendants from beings in the Feywild. We were not originally on the material plane. Magic exists in us naturally. Especially the drow. There are things that you can and probably will one day be capable of. That part of you that you access when you make those lights appear, have you ever tried to explore that? Make something else happen?
Not really. I'm not. Well, I never thought I was the magical one. I'm, I'm just out here.
Well, you don't have to be magical, but that doesn't mean you can't be aware of the things that you're capable of doing. I want you to try something for me.
Okay.
You know how Rowina has control of the shadows around her? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I want you to try doing that. I want you to take the shadows that are around here, around us right now, and I want you to envelop us in those shadows. Is that something you think you can try?
Okay.
Try.
And I'll, the lights will like drop. And I would like to imagine, just in the excitement visually, it's like when fireflies just like die and fall out of the sky. They just like go out and drop.
Yeah.
And very focused. I'll think about all of the times that I've seen Rowina just pull shadow from somewhere or like create shadow, and I'll like look around and see the shadows from the trees in the clearing that we're in, or the shadow off of a bird that's flying overhead, and I'll think about how I collect imagery and story to write down, and like that same feeling will like well up and the shadows will follow into my circle, my 15-foot sphere. And I will cast darkness.
The area around you gets enveloped in darkness as you pull the shadows from the area around you inward, and you're closing your eyes to focus, and you open your eyes and you are surrounded by blackness, by darkness. And you hear Linda kind of chuckle, and she says, "You did it."
What the fuck?
You see, I think in a very comedic moment, you see the darkness quickly fades.
Yeah.
As you see Linda like wave her hand. And you don't see her start to wave her hand, but you kind of see it at the end. She's like waves her hand, and the darkness seems to be dispelled by some magic that she casts. And I think comedically, as the darkness goes away, you're like, like in this like pose, and she just starts to laugh, and she says, "How did that feel?"
Whoa. Not like I thought it would. It was mostly I just
wanted it to happen.
yeah, I just wrote it down.
You wrote it down. I like that. She kind of puts her hands, waves them over the ground in front of her, and just where all of your dancing lights were, they all kind of pop back up.
Aw.
And they come towards you, and they widen, and they embrace you, and the dancing lights move around you, and your entire silhouette becomes a light with these dancing lights as she turns that into a fairy fire. And she says, "This is something that you can even do if you take the time to practice."
Nice.
And
Wow.
she comes over and she puts a hand on your shoulder. "I don't know you very well, and I hope to get to know you a lot more. But I hope that this has shown you that all of the greatness you hope to achieve is already at your fingertip. No other steps need to be taken, items procured, people met. You're there. And you just need to do it. You just need to want it. Or write it. It's
I
time for
can
you
do
to
that.
write your story, Emory. In both senses of the word." And she kind of gives you a wink.
Oh. Let me tell you. And I'll just run away from her and towards the cabin. Rowina!
Yeah.
Rowina, guess the fuck what, dude?
It would run out like something terrible happened.
Yeah.
Like, immediately back on edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just tell her everything that
Yeah.
just happened.
We would probably like stay up all night just like playing with shadows in the woods.
Does Linda have books?
No.
Damn it.
No. She does not have books.
Okay.
Not a book person.
Cool.
I do have, I mean, like something that I literally put in my like Rowena stuff at the beginning, I was looking back through today, is that Rowena loves adventure novels. And so Rowena would have a collection of like adventure novels probably tucked away somewhere, unless Linda got rid of them.
She wouldn't have gotten rid of any of your possessions.
So I probably took most of them with me, but I would have like a couple that maybe you hadn't seen.
Oh, we're definitely reading those.
Oh, yeah.
We're here too. Yeah.
Okay.
These are ones I haven't even heard before. Pakra's publishing system is insane.
Definitely none of these were published in Pakra.
No way.
And the two of you spend a lovely few weeks, spring and summertime, together with each other and with Linda, and experiencing what it's like to be siblings and what that means. Ellie does come and visit you a couple of times. You meet some other friends from the circle, the coven that her and Linda kind of are a part of. It's kind of nice seeing Linda in that setting. She kind of lets loose a little bit. Shows down a little bit more of her wild side. But you guys, you spend some time together and have an enjoyable time with one another.
Can I just say super quick that I think we talked about this a little. I think the journey back is, unless we're going to talk about this, is maybe the best part, because Rowena and Emory, it's just the two of them. And we just like get to spend a lot of time just like bonding.
Yeah.
We have
all our watches are together.
Yes. We never sleep.
I love that. I think that is great.
Yeah.
So, Oliver and Aeliana, the two of you also have 6 months that we need to catch up on. I think we just kind of need to rip off the Band-Aid, and we need to tell everyone the biggest part of the 6 months that happens with you. You visit a place called Paws and Claws Savonia Rescue. Well, I'll show the picture and you tell me.
Oh. Do you want to tell him here?
Tell you.
Arthur Avarna Burroughs, Art for short.
Arthur Avarna Burroughs, also known as Art, is he kind of looks like a red lab. Is that what we're a red?
It's a
red labradoodle.
Technically,
it is a Irish. What was it?
Red setter.
Red setter. Dog I want to have that I can't.
You go to this Paws and Claws rescue. Is he? How old is he when you get him and you adopt him?
Not a puppy, right? We can't take care
No,
of
but
a puppy.
young. Like I'd say, like
2 maybe.
yeah, like a year and
2
a
or
half.
3, something like that.
Yeah. He is such a happy boy. And is just so like happy to be around the two of you. He loves you very much. Is very intelligent. And so you already have him over the 6 months pretty well trained. There's some tricks that he knows.
He can do a little spin.
He can do a little spin. He can fetch. He can do all kinds of stuff. So that's a pretty big part of your 6 months. And I would say the two of you probably live at the house that is being rented for you for the concerned citizens, I'm assuming. And he lives there with you. And for a while, for a good chunk of this 6 months, Aeliana and Oliver kind of experience a little tiny nuclear family with the two of you and this dog as you kind of just spend some time together and also get to know each other. You know, you definitely do know each other well and you kind of fell for each other, but I think you take these 6 months to really get to know each other and really kind of dive deep into each other's character and that stuff that can be kind of revealed and discussed later. But I do think, obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but I assume that you guys get even closer over this time and
we end up getting different houses.
We have a huge breakup. No, I'm kidding.
So that was a pretty big deal. You guys are living together. I wanted to jump into that first. Some other logistic things before we get into some more kind of story lore stuff. Aeliana takes a couple part-time jobs. She works part-time at at Striking Iron, the blacksmith, where Oliver also spends a good chunk of his time. So about a good chunk of each day you're able to kind of see each other, maybe walk together to work, and but you spend some time there, and you also get a second part-time job helping paint sets and work in the design department at SEMA Theater. You kind of become close with Eva Cantor. I would say you guys probably even become friends. And she really enjoys working with you. Maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, she's a person that you can kind of vent to about the whole Danny situation and kind of like what your thoughts are on that. You're able to do that. So the question I want to ask you, Aeliana, is how many days, so let's say out of 10 days, how many days do you think Aeliana would work? Would she work every single day? Would she work 8 out of 10 days? How much would Aeliana work?
Good question. I think she really wants to afford this elemental gem, so I think until I get the money I need to do it, not every day though, because I have a dog.
Yes.
You're gonna leave me to take care of this dog for the whole.
This is what I'll say. You get
saying.
paid 2 gold per day by both jobs. So.
Okay, well then this is still not 6 months.
Oh no! Trust me, that's a long time. 6 months times 30 days is 180 days. Times 4 gold is 720. but you don't work every single day.
I don't need to do that much.
So you can either tell me the days, or you can tell me how much gold you work, and that's kind of how we determine. So yeah, how much do you think you work? How much gold are you trying to get, basically?
I'd like to get 400, if possible.
Okay, yeah. So with 400 being the
That'd be like
A
case,
little bit more than half.
yeah, you work a little bit more than half the days. But you still have quite a bit of time to yourself. But yeah, a little bit more than half the days you work, and you are able
This
to
is
earn.
the best chance I have to earn this.
And you are able to earn 400 gold.
Wow! Oh my god!
Yeah. So that's a logistic thing I wanted to go over with Aeliana. And then Oliver, I know that you're making stuff, but are you also working for Striking Iron?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say between the combination of like the personal objects that you're working on, and is there an amount of gold that you're trying to reach, or do you want to just tell me the amount of time and I can give you?
I mean, probably a little bit less than half. Same, about the same.
Okay, so you would get 4 gold per day working there, because it's the most prestigious blacksmith in the country. So 4 gold per day working there. 180 is the grand total. So if we're gonna say a little less than half, let's go ahead and say 90. So 90 times 4 is 360. So you get 360 gold.
Cool. Flush with cash now. We're going on some nice dates.
Okay, so those were kind of the logistic things for both of you, I think. Also, Oliver, I know that you spend some time doing some Rec League Spike Ball.
Yeah, I joined a Spike Ball league.
You meet one of your heroes. You know this guy, Vince Lapel.
God.
Vince Lapel is a former professional spike ball player who
Oh my god, it's Vince Lapel!
who he played for a long time professionally. He's older in his years now, but he's still got it, and he runs the rec league. And it's like, because there's multiple rec leagues, you join the one that it's like, we could be professional. If we it's like
bad knee.
it's all the guys who take it very seriously. They're always wrapping their knees and stuff before the games. Like
Y'all think the brand is really cool.
Yeah, they do think the brand is dope.
Check it out, bro.
They all show you their brands. But yeah, so you meet Vince Lapel and you spend some time in the Spike Ball League, which is great.
Sick.
I think
one thing I wanted to say.
At every game, by the way, and she makes friends with all of their partners, so she has like
amazing.
And we all bring alcohol, and we're like sitting in the stands,
Drinking
like
wine out of a
chit-chatting.
stand.
Are you guys gonna go back to adventuring?
No, this is great.
Yeah. One thing I did want to mechanically say, Rowina spends so much time with Linda and kind of reintroducing herself to that life. That Linda kind of re-educates her and also shows her some new things with the gardening and everything, that Rowina becomes proficient with her herbalism kit.
Nice.
So Rowina is now proficient with herbalism kits, so I wanted to point that out. Also, Emory becomes proficient in Arcana.
Ooh.
You now have proficiency in Arcana. As you learn more about your magic and kind of ask Linda questions and embrace that side of yourself. Moving back to Aeliana and Oliver. Oliver, let's go over your creations. What are you looking to make for people over these 6 months? Anything in particular?
Yeah, I have a list.
Okay.
Well, first and foremost, I have to make a little set of armor for Arthur.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
And I make him bow ties.
Yes, you do make him bow ties. I already discussed it, so I was gonna save it, but I already said that you were working at SEMA. At her time at SEMA Theater,
Oh, yes.
Aeliana works with Eva, and she kind of teaches her how to sew. and Aeliana becomes proficient with weaver's tools.
I can make
cool.
clothes.
So she can make clothes, she can repair stuff. It also like gives her more insight as far as like, and same for Rowina, like if there's an Arcana check on a tapestry or a robe or something, Aeliana is like a little bit more educated in that. Or if there's something that's like a potion or herbs, Rowina is a little bit more educated in that kind of stuff. So anyway, yeah, wanted to point that out. You make armor for art. And yeah, what else? What else do you
I
make?
am going with my brewer's kit. I'm going to set up and I'm going to make everybody a special bottle of booze. And Aeliana will make the labels.
Amazing.
But for Aeliana, it's Aeliana. It's right there.
It's right there, he says.
And it's like a berry sour beer type thing, like something sweet.
Yeah.
Danny, I guess I'll tell what I made Danny, even though he's not here. It's a non-alcoholic cider infused with good berries.
Oh,
Okay.
I like that.
And it's called Cloud 9.
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
Amazing.
Emory's is an apple whiskey barrel-aged stout. And it's called Knives in the Dark.
Ooh.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Rowina's is a kombucha, like an alcoholic kombucha.
Ooh.
And it's called Bishop's Brew.
Oh, that's great.
And
Amazing.
so I make those for everybody.
I'll make these.
Fantastic.
As far as other things, I'm kind of going for tinkering tools, but you let me know what you think after I make all this stuff.
Okay, yeah.
For Emory, and he'll give this to Emory when he gets back. It's a thing that because I take measurements from Emory from his wrist, and I make him like an Assassin's Creed type dagger that kind of flips out that he can like hide.
Wow, amazing. Yeah.
Silvered,
Wow.
of course. For
So that'll have the stats basically of a regular dagger,
Just
except
dagger,
it can be obscured and it can look
It
like
looks so cool.
it can look like clothing.
For Rowina and Emory, I'm making them both something. It is like two halves of a necklace or pendant that just kind of look like cool separately, but together they can interlock perfectly and it becomes like a Celtic knot.
Oh, that's
my
so
God.
cool.
This one I'm very excited about for Rowina. I make Rowina a pot or a tea set, but it is in the I'm gonna say Elven, but it's like the Japanese style of kintsugi, which is when you take a broken tea set and you fix it with gold.
Oh.
And it's you create a more beautiful object through the act of breaking and repairing. And he tells Rowina that it's to remind us that our scars are what make us uniquely beautiful and about accepting our flaws.
Oh my god. That's insane.
Oliver's the best gift giver, hands down. Hot babe.
Danny is a surprise. I'll give it to Danny when
Yeah.
I do have something written down for Danny,
Yeah.
if I ever see him again. And Aeliana, he gives you a box, and you open it up, and in that box is another box, and you open up that box, and a waltz starts playing, as it's a little music box with a little Aeliana and Oliver kind of spinning in the music
Wow.
box. And he before he finishes, he's like, "You can't ask me why, but I need to borrow some paint."
Oh, yeah.
And he paints it.
Amazing.
Aw.
And then he also asks, "How attached are you to your rapier? Is it like a special thing?" Perfect.
No.
And he runs back to his workshop and he pulls out just the blade, but it's a new technique that he worked on to where it's like you heat it at different temperatures or whatever, and it turns into like a kind of like my mask was, that like rainbow color.
Oh, the iridescent.
What?
Yeah.
So
Cool.
it's just the blade. I don't have a handle, but I figure you could kind of come up with an idea for the handle, and I can make it and finish it off for you. You have a rainbow rapier.
Wow, now it's gonna make me want to use my rapier.
The rainbow rapier. I love that.
That sounds like a magic item that should exist.
Freaking cool.
I think that's it as far as crafts.
I mean, that's a lot. that's a lot for 6
He's
months.
trying to keep his mind very busy.
Yeah, and you're not proficient in Tinker's tools, right?
No.
Well, you are now, definitely. I definitely think that makes sense. I think that narratively, not only do you create all these objects, but I think it's kind of your way of connecting with your father.
I definitely, you hear, like, in the other room, especially when he's working on the music box, like, him, like, messaging, like, sending a message to his dad, and he, like, sent him blueprints about how to get
Aw.
Yeah. I definitely think so. And you know what? Maybe even at one point your dad comes and visits you in Zavonia and is there for a couple of days, telling you about how Pineville's doing well, and he's hates being the mayor, absolutely hates it. And you remind him that's why he's good at it. But he like really enjoys spending a couple of days with you guys. Art loves him. He gives you some pointers and kind of spends some lovely time with you. But yeah, I definitely think that with that, you know, Oliver is used to working on things on a much larger scale, and you kind of hone your craft in to work on a much more minuscule level, and that gives you the proficiency in the Tinker's tools for sure.
Sick.
That's awesome. Is there anything else as far as like crafting is concerned?
Not unless anybody wanted anything specifically made, which you would do, but that's it.
Okay. There's some research that both of you wanted to do. Aeliana, Aeliana, I'll leave for a second. Oliver, you spend some time in the Savonian library researching anything that you can find on Kavar and Beholders. And you don't find much. But what I will say is you find that Kavar, from what you can tell, is a forgotten one. One of the original forgotten ones. So he's thousands of years old, apparently. He, after being banished, along with the other forgotten ones, found his way back into the material plane. He was sent back to the planet where the Abyss is by an adventuring party known as the Wild Ones.
Information means nothing to Oliver.
Oh, but we don't know what that means.
And the only surviving member of the Wild Ones, apparently, according to what you can find, is a very old man named Ned Plum, who works at the Sabian Library.
Yeah, was that the dude?
There's a very old man that works at the Sabian Library. I think you might have met him.
It's not the guy who had the book, though.
Okay.
It's not the guy who had the book,
younger.
no. However, you have heard the name Ned Plum in a couple of books that were available when you guys originally researched in the library. He wrote a book called Pacts and Devilish Deals.
Oh, that's right.
And he also wrote, I think there was in one more, Curses and Consequences, and that's one of the books that Emory read. Yep. So you know that he. So that's what you find out. You also find out that Kavar is said to be very dangerous because he's very intelligent. He has a very good grasp and understanding of modern civilization and can infiltrate society quite easily. And he also, his one goal that he's always had is to bring the Abyss to Zalios and to return the Forgotten Ones to their rightful home. As far as Beholders, you find out that they are very dangerous creatures. They have these eye stalks that can release these rays that can do anything from turn a person to stone, to turn them to ash, to charm them, to various different effects, and that their research is very rare on what a beholder is. They're not quite sure why or how this happens, but certain magical effects cannot function in the presence of a beholder.
So basically everything that Eric knows about a people.
Exactly. Yeah. But narratively described.
But now Alex knows it too.
Yeah. You also spend some time researching constructs. Also, not much to be found. Constructs are not necessarily super rare. Most of them are made to be just kind of like your like very base level like droid almost, like super single function, basically like what's the word I'm looking for? Not glamorized, glorified. Glorified just like machines. Like they're not like but you have heard of some constructs that when they are combined with teachings of the arcane can be very dangerous, and that practice combining constructs with the arcane is very frowned upon, as those two worlds are not really supposed to meet. And Aeliana, in your research on Gavin Lysey, the digging that you do using your connections, and you don't really find anything in the library, but you use your connections and talk to some people, you find out that Gavin Lysey is from the Kingdom of Lindor. He was a professor at the Lindor College of Craftsmen, which, Oliver, you've heard of. It is one of the most prestigious learning institutions for blacksmiths and craftsmen throughout all of Akios. He was kicked out of the Lindor College of Craftsmen due to
for doing the mixing of
creating
creating
constructs outside of the parameters, intermingling magic with his creations. One of his creations killed a female student, which got him kicked out, and he's been on the run ever since. People haven't heard from him in Lindor. So that is what you find out about Gavin Lysey.
I wonder if we could get the authorities in Lindor and be like, we know where he is.
So that's the research. I think the only thing that is left, unless, I'll ask you as well, but as far as the prepared stuff is, both of you had some uses of Oliver's sending that you wanted to use. So, Oliver, you first. Who would you like to send a message to?
Well, a couple days into the year would be, or maybe like 10 days into the year would be like the 1-year anniversary when everything happened.
Yeah.
With him.
Yes.
So I think he would stay up all night, just like with his orb, and just like be exhausted, and he would message Damien.
And what would he say to Damien?
He would say, "Hey, Damien." No, he was just say,
"Hey, bud."
Hey, girl.
Just thinking about you. I just want answers, Damien. I want to know what I bargained for. I just want answers. Can we talk?
That's good.
Killing me.
I'm trying to think. Hold on.
Okay.
I know.
At this point, I think Art is absolutely awake and like would lay his little head on
He's just looking up at you.
with the little like emotional stuff.
I'm tempted to play fetch with him with people, but I know it's probably not a good idea.
He says,
I want him to just show up. Like he just shows up.
in your head, you hear a response where he says, I had to do it. You wanted the device to travel the world. You made the decision. Keep my children away.
Well, I'll respond. Because I have 3 uses.
Of course.
No. What decision did I make? How did it involve my mother? You. No, didn't say that. No. Sure, he does say that. No, he doesn't say that.
If you make a 90-second response.
I want the truth. Or I'll come find it.
Ooh.
I don't know what you thought it would be, but you were asked if you were willing to give up something you loved.
Oh.
Or what?
And then he says, find me, you will find answers and pain.
Yeah.
I mean, he would probably wake up Aeliana.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what I did.
What happened?
Oh, that's how I wake you up.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Sorry.
Am I asleep? Are you asleep? What's up?
No, I just talked to Damien.
She like looks around the room. Is he?
No, I
here?
messaged him. He's not here.
Sorry.
He said I wanted the device so I could travel the world, and that I was asked if I was willing to give up something I love. That's all he would say.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember any of it. And I tried every day.
He could be lying.
I don't think he's lying.
She'd take his hands. You think you want to travel the world that? I mean, I know you said that you wanted to leave.
I don't know. I'm not that bad. Not enough to give up. I mean, maybe I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know. It's like my stupid fucking brain won't let me access it.
Hey, your brain is not stupid. But just go find him. We'll ask him more questions. Sending isn't enough words to get it through and back, and we'll just have to go find him.
He warns if we do, I'll find answers in pain, and he also brought up Rowina and Emory, and I can't do that to them.
Oliver, roll a insight check, and Aeliana, roll a history check. No, Arcana, sorry.
It's a 14.
I only got a 13.
Okay.
Not enough. Sad.
This is what I'll say. With a 14, Eric, there's something that Oliver has never tried. That's all I can say.
Yeah, and it was on my list.
What?
Well, I mean, the only thing that was on my list was activate orb. I don't know. What is that? What you're referring to?
You got a 14.
Oh, because if I
Sorry.
would have frickin' gotten the Arcana, I could have known how to do it, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I know from what we've read, this can open some sort of portal, and it makes sense, but I don't know if I can open it.
Because it's a open order. Open.
Oh, I want to tell you so bad.
And if I was wearing my clockwork armor,
Ask me when I get back. I'm proficient in Arcana.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just can't unlock it. Maybe I don't want to, and it's stopping me. Don't do it.
Okay, no. Roll a different insight check now. This is about something different. You have 6 months. I don't think it's crazy for you.
Yeah.
You have 6 months.
Okay, thank you.
She's like, take your pick.
I am going to say this is
Just
very
look
close
at
to
it.
the
You
6
can
months
do
ending,
this.
though.
Okay, all right.
When you come up on, if you come up
He
on
wakes
this.
up in Revelation.
What'd you get?
It's worse. It's so bad.
Did you Bardic though?
Yeah, I got an 8 on the Bardic, man. I rolled a 2,
Oh,
which I mean it's a 17, I guess.
With a 17,
that's way better than yours.
you recently were witness to something that happened to someone. Something that you had to have reversed.
Right.
And that is something you have never tried on yourself.
Right.
A greater restoration? I could do lesser restoration now, but I can't do.
I mean, if it's the truth thing, that's not what I will say this to Aeliana. It's like that's not. I don't know if I want that gone.
That's not what I'm referring to.
Oh, okay. Oh no. Well, then I don't. Oh, my mind. My memory.
Can
Okay.
I
Yeah.
try? I mean, I might as well try a lesser restoration, see if that's enough. It takes away a condition.
I mean, you know of someone who recently had their memory challenged and had to have greater restoration cast on them.
Just go find
Oh, she's gone.
Messenger.
Sure. Yeah, I'll message her.
You messaged
What
Patrice?
was her name?
Hey,
Patrice,
you
yeah.
around?
Hey, Patrice. You don't happen to still be in Savonia, or could I get here soon? It's Oliver. Hope we're doing well. Bye.
Yes, I'm in Savonia.
Oh damn, but we don't know where.
It's the response
Come
you
on.
get.
She is so specific. I should have thought about that.
Got another one. All right, I'll do it again. And he'll like,
And it's 100. How much money was it? Shit.
he's got it.
A diamond worth 100 gold. Diamond dust worth 100 gold.
He'll, as soon as she sends that message, Oliver like stands up and like grabs his clothes and like she's in Savonia.
Hey, it's in the middle.
Where are
It's the
you?
middle of the night. It's the middle of the night. Ugh.
Did you say where
Can
are
you
you?
meet me? Yeah, where are you? Can you meet me? I don't have a diamond yet. I don't know.
She says, I'm at my cousin's house, and yes, I can meet you.
Where?
Where are my
All
shoes?
right.
Where are my shoes?
Okay, she'll get up. I'm taking the dog though, because he needs to
Yeah.
go out anyways.
Jackass.
And I'll just go to the nearest jewelry store and start pounding on the door.
Okay, no, no,
I'm gonna buy it.
I know, but all right. I'm too tired for this. Go ahead.
For the sake of brevity, you are able
Takes me
to
4 jewelry stores.
you are able to procure diamond dust. So get rid of 100 gold. And you, where would you like her to meet you at your place?
I'm not gonna cast another Sunday, so I'm just gonna go. I don't know her. Do I know where the cousin's house is?
No. You didn't ask any of that.
No, I didn't.
No.
Or tell her where
That'd
to
be
go.
my last 3rd level spell. Sure. I'm pretty desperate.
Clearly.
I'll
So you give her your address and tell you to be
I
there.
have the diamond dust. Here's where I am. I can meet you anywhere. Also, whatever
No,
works for
just
you.
be specific, Oliver.
She
Tell her to come
says,
here.
I will meet you at that address in 1 hour.
Perfect.
And an hour passes. You are pacing in the living room of this rented home, and you hear a knock at the door.
I've
In
made
an hour,
tea for
I'm at that.
everyone.
Yes, like literally, like the second hand hits 12, and you
Incredible.
hear
I
a
love
knock.
Patrice.
Thank you so much for coming here at such late of an hour.
I don't sleep much,
Me
or
neither.
really at all. I meditate for 4 hours.
Oh, right. Yep. My mom did that.
Okay.
We only need 4 up. Anyways.
I need you to do what you did to Emory to me
Okay.
to fix my
The
memory.
Greater Restoration spell specifically.
That's the one.
What do you need fixed?
There's a block of my memory that is gone.
Oh. How long ago was this?
About a year and a half.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Here's the diamond dust.
Thank you. Lay down.
Yep. Yes. I am.
And she sees Art kind of turn the corner, and she looks at him. Yes. That's funny. And she sprinkles.
What did he say?
What?
You can talk to him?
No, of course not. And she like sprinkles the diamond dust on Oliver.
She can just
I'm
sit.
so-
Aeliana's
I'm
gonna
suddenly
sit on the
nervous.
ground. She's gonna sit on the ground and have her arm around him.
Okay, yeah.
You're watching.
She sprinkles the diamond dust on Oliver's chest, and she
Listening.
reaches out, and she touches your shoulder and your kneecap, and she closes her eyes, and she begins to speak primordial, and she begins this kind of praying chant. Oliver, you are thrust back almost a little over a year ago. You are in a tent. Around you is darkness, as if the memory can't find the setting of where you are. But in front of you, you see Damien, and he is holding out this orb in front of you. This will allow you to travel the world. It'll allow you to see places that you have never seen before. Is that really something that you would like?
I mean, I'm assuming I said yes. Yeah.
Good. It requires a price that can't be paid in gold, however.
Good, because I don't have much gold.
It requires something that you love. Are you willing to sacrifice something you love?
Sure.
Good. And he holds out the orb. What do? Do you reach out and touch it?
Yeah. Oh,
You reach out,
Yeah,
you
but-
touch the
yeah.
orb. As soon as you do, you feel this surge of arcanic energy flow through you, travel up your arm, into your mouth, and out from your mouth. This thin wisp of energy, kind of like a small cloud, forms and swirls and gets sucked right into the device. On the bottom of the device, you see this rune, a rune that you now recognize. A rune that represents the bargain curse on this object. And it lights up. And it feels warm to the touch. and a prick happens, almost as if you got stabbed by a needle in the palm of your hand. But then it fades away. And the rune stops glowing. And you see Damien's face kind of change. It's
What was
done.
that? What happened? What was that wisp?
The device took something from you. In time, you will discover what it is. But
That's it?
it is yours now. To use
How do I use it?
You simply need to speak the command word. And he tells you a word. It is in Elvish, but it's in an old form of Elvish. A dialect that, like, as if someone was speaking ye old English to you. And the word, words, I would say, are open the circle. And he says, do not speak it now.
I was just about to.
But when you do, you will have many options in front of you. But be careful, for you will not know where they lead. But I can promise you, they will lead elsewhere.
Alright.
And that's it. The device is yours. Now, I'm sure I have other patrons wanting to see some of my wares, so if you would kindly see yourself out.
Sure, alright.
You turn around, you walk out of the tent, and the next thing you remember is what you remember of waking up. Even more later. Like, time has been dilated in a weird way. And only because you experienced it recently do you realize that when you walked into his tent, you walked into a pocket dimension.
Oh no.
Right.
And that's why
Okay.
the severe amount of time that changed.
Okay. Alright.
And you gasp and wake up, and you are standing or laying in front of Patrice and Aeliana. Are you okay now?
No, but it did work. Thank you.
No problem. If you need anything else, please consider someone else. And she stands
Hey.
up and she walks out.
Thank you, Patrice.
You're the best. I think I know how to use it. I still don't. Okay. Yeah.
So it worked then.
Yeah. No, I think so.
Okay.
But I think it's dangerous if I use it. So I
Yep.
think you should stand back,
Okay. Wait,
and I should
you
go outside.
no. What's it gonna do? You don't.
It's gonna open up a portal, and I'll have a lot of options. He said.
Okay, and you're just gonna go.
No, I'm not. I don't know. Maybe do I have to go, or does it just open?
Don't know. That's why I'm saying maybe let's not use it right now. Unless you, I mean, if you have to, if you think you should, then I certainly don't want to stand in the way of you using it.
The thing is, I know that I shouldn't.
Okay, then maybe don't.
Yeah, I know, but I want to.
Right.
Right.
Why don't we just go? What if we just sleep on it? It's the middle of the night still, and
Yeah. This is a real torn between Eric and Oliver moment right now. Yeah. And he'll just walk into the bedroom.
Is there any time
Well, how long do I have? How long is it until like
I'll say
until they're expected back?
few weeks still, probably.
Weeks?
Then it would there's no way you wouldn't.
No, there's no way I could go a couple weeks.
Okay.
Do you do it in Aeliana's presence, or do you do it at a time where you are alone?
I do when I'm alone.
So you are.
I have my armor on.
Aeliana's off to work. You have your armor on.
Oh, this is so dumb.
You are in your bedroom.
I don't do it in the house. Well, I guess I have
You're
to
in
do
your
it in the house.
backyard.
Backyard, yes, sir.
Your fenced-in backyard because you have art.
I don't want to mess up the house. I have art. Art's in the house.
Yeah, I'm saying the house has a fenced-in backyard because you have art.
Right. Thank you.
Do you speak the trigger phrase?
Open the circle.
For the first time, the device starts to come alive. You see the gears move faster and faster. The humming becomes more and more intense. It jumps out of your hand and begins to spin in midair, spinning faster and faster. And then you realize it's not just spinning, it's undoing itself. The sphere opens up, and the gears open and flay out. And at the end of this transformation, a 5-foot radius, 10-foot diameter circle of metal and gears lands on the floor. There are runes surrounding this circle. And on the outside of this circle are 10 lights made of these obsidian gems. 6 of them are glowing. 4 of them seem dormant. And that is what you see in front of you. And the device is just slowly rotating in anticipation.
Do I see anything through the portal, or is it just a portal?
There's just a metal circle on the ground of gears and turning mechanic.
Is it like a hole? Or no, just...
There's just a flat metal circle, but there's runes around that seem to be kind of spinning. And outside of those runes, there's 10 obsidian gems, 6 which are glowing, 4 which are dormant.
And does anything happen if I touch the dormant gem?
You touch a dormant gem, nothing happens.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, that's not true. You touch a dormant gem. You see the device, it kind of like pulses, and heat comes off in a wave from the device. But as of right now, you don't see anything that's happened.
I'm gonna Jumanji us all. Can I say close the circle? Does that do anything?
You say close the circle. Well, first of all, after you press that dormant gem, the device heaves, heats come off the device, and then that gem starts to glow.
Okay.
And then you say close the circle?
Yeah.
The device folds back in on itself, closes up, and lands back in your hand, back in that humming form of itself. On the bottom of where this circle was, you see burned grass and charred dirt as the circle has left an imprint of runes in your backyard. Make an Arcana check.
Oh no.
Not hiding this now.
Oh no. I wasn't gonna hide it. An Arcana?
Yes.
18.
These are the runes of a teleportation circle. You have just made a teleportation circle in your backyard.
Oliver's goes, oh my god, we rent. Oh, he already deposited.
And I will also say with an 18, and after having used the device, You have a natural understanding now with your memory being... basically, you put 2 and 2 together that this device was given to you because they wanted something from you, which ended up being your mother. But they didn't want you to actually know how to use this device. So they removed that from your brain.
Yeah.
They wanted something from you. They didn't want to actually give something to you. But now, with your memory restored, you understand this device. The natural, innate, being the owner of this device, being the fact that you gave an essence of yourself, the ability to lie, means that you just have a natural understanding of this device. Basically, you're kind of becoming, not mechanically, but like attuned to this device. Your attunement to this device was blocked because you didn't have the memory of it for the longest time, and now it's unlocked. This device can be used, unfortunately, every 7 days.
That's fine.
Oh my god.
And it stores within itself 10 teleportation circles. The runes that you saw constantly moving, if you were to press one of the lit up runes, the runes would turn and form into the order and the sequence that they need to match up to the teleportation circle that has been assigned to that gem.
Got it.
So
I can assign 3 more.
So there are 6 locations already programmed into this device that you don't know where they go, but are
so it's actually
clearly
good that we have one at home.
but are clearly attuned to some location. And then you have assigned the 7th one to be in the backyard of your
So if I
home.
press the 7th one, let's say we're somewhere else, we can.
You will teleport. You will teleport back to your backyard. Yes.
But it's every 7 days.
Every 7 days, this can happen.
This is like we got a
fucking
weird
cool.
phone on eBay.
There
that
was-
has like
So
some.
cool.
There was a
stuff already
character
programmed.
in campaign 2 who wanted to create like a phone booth of teleportation circles. That I remember, and I wonder if that's this dude. I'm just throwing that out there because Quinn invested in that business. So Quinn, if this is true, Quinn is owed quite a bit of money.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
that was a pretty
Wow.
big reveal. Pretty big reveal for you.
Wow.
You
Okay.
understand your device.
Holy
I'm assuming you fill Aeliana in on all
And when
this?
he like
I
just
come
sets it
home and I'm
down,
like, hi, what?
he's just setting it down at the table and just like sitting in front of it. Just, like, for the door.
I would say, for the sake of brevity, you guys have this
Yeah.
conversation with each other.
When she walks in, I just say, "I open the circle."
Aeliana, there were some sendings that
yes.
you wanted to take advantage of.
Yes. I'd like to try and reach out to my family members that are potentially in Accra.
Okay.
And my gut is to wait on my dad because he's the one who my mom was connecting with, and then he stopped talking. And I have a feeling that I could probably get to my youngest sister. Like, she's gonna be the easiest one to break a rule if they had agreed not to respond and I were. So I think I'd like to try, and I'll do the same thing because Oliver's not met them, so I'll draw her. And this is my little sister Orla.
I'm going to say, because you have 6 months to do this,
Yeah.
you are eventually able to give a very accurate description. And,
I just
and
tell
he
a
is able
lot
to,
of stories.
And he's able to cast
All
the
the
spell,
details.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna try Orla first because she, I think it makes sense to me that she'd try the youngest sibling.
And
See
what
if
is
they
the
can
age
crack.
of... I have all their names here, but
Ooh,
I
that's a
don't
good
know
question.
the
I
ages.
don't know. Let's make it up right now really fast. So if Aeliana is almost 20, that would be, say Ronan's like 5. Maybe Orla's 21, the youngest.
Okay, yeah. All right, so you send a message to Orla, and what do you say?
Hi, it's Aeliana. Are you okay? If so, where are you? Is the family with you? 25 words to respond. You have 25 words to respond. It should be less than that.
Can't believe you're okay. With Ronan in Riverbend. Nora watching us. Conan and Dad don't know. Been gone. It's bad.
I'll send another, if it's either today or another
Yeah,
day,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
send another one. Holy shit. Stay safe. Miss you. This she said. Where did you last see them? We will try to find you as soon as possible.
Stay safe. I'm okay. We're okay. She would say not I'm okay, we're okay. We're okay, not I'm okay. Stay safe, we're okay. Last saw near Pakra.
Okay.
Dad got involved with bad people. Someone named Moldrak.
Oh no!
Shit.
Well, that's not good.
No.
Yeah. I think that she would then also at some point send sending to her mom, have him send one to her mom as well, just to let her know that, like, which three are safe and that Connor and Dad are unknown, but we'll try to find them.
Okay.
Oliver also apologizes for not formally getting to meet her mom in this briefly.
Okay. I love that. All right. So that's basically what all four of you went through over these 6 months. Lots of self-discovery, lots of discovery in general. We are going to, very briefly before a break, we are going to jump forward in time. You have all been reached out to by the king. He sent you a messenger for those in Savonia. He sent hawk letters to, I would assume you would like somehow let the king know how to reach you at Linda's cabin.
Yeah, we also would have come back a few weeks before the end of the 6 months.
Well, you don't know technically that it was going to be 6 months.
Oh.
True, yeah, that's true.
But you do know it was months, so maybe you're like, okay, it's been a while, it's probably going to be soon, so you had
Yeah.
You are now meeting with the king. You go back to his castle. It's been a long time since you've seen the king. You are all brought into that kind of like little lobby area where you met him last time, and all of you are reunited. And actually, I would say if you came back early, maybe you guys have been reunited for a few days. So you guys have been home. You got to meet Art. I'm assuming.
Emory goes, "What's that?" to the yard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming that do you keep anything from each other on what you all separately learned?
No.
No.
So.
No.
Okay, so you all kind of catch each other up. join in, and you are with the king, or in the lobby about to meet the king. You are brought inside his room, his desk. You see the king in front of you. Let me remind you what he looks like. He looks to be even a little bit older than the last time you saw him. He seems pretty stressed out, pretty worried. And he kind of looks up at all of you, and he says, "So, it's been a while. Concerned citizens, how are all of you?"
Ooh,
Doing all right.
crazy question.
Yes, I suppose so.
How are you? You look concerned.
Concerned.
I didn't even mean to
Yes.
do that.
The scouting mission has returned. They found them.
Sect?
Yes.
Where?
They found the mouth of Vamar. That is where they are. But only one returned.
How many were sent?
10.
Crazy odds.
Oh God.
But I'll let her tell you about it herself.
Oh.
A figure walks in the room. JMO, would you like to describe your character?
I would love to. My character enters. She's got red hair that comes down her shoulder in a braid, currently wearing casual clothes, your classic adventuring clothes. And she currently has a great sword on her back, but is not armored in any other way. She's very strong, very sure of herself, walks in confidently, and introduces herself as Jay.
This here, the king says, this is Jay Heartstone, the last remaining member of the scouting party. And that is where we're going to take a little bio break. We will be right back. So don't go anywhere. Stay right where you are. Get some water stretch, but we will be right back. Okay, bye. All right, we're out. Hey, we're back. So stream, as you can see, you see Jay Hardstone's portrait right there. Jay Hardstone has joined the chat. Jay walks in. The king introduces her as the last surviving member of the scouting party. And then he turns to you, Jay, and he says, "Jay, these are some of the members of the... Is Danny Stratus not going to be joining us?"
No idea.
Don't say his name.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. You can say his name.
Danny's gone off on his own for a while.
Well, these are the 4 current members of the Concerned Citizens, and they have been incredibly helpful for me and finding out what we have about the sect. They are to be trusted, and they are to be well informed. Therefore, will you please tell them what you told me, what happened to you?
Yeah, we had a scouting mission. I don't know how much do they know about, like, do they know about the mission? I don't know where to start.
They do know what you were searching for, and they do
Okay.
know where, but that's what they know.
Well, yeah, we were searching for probably a good 4 or 5 months until we actually found something. Um, up in the what was it called? Wandering. I'm trying to find my notes.
Wandering Peaks.
Wandering Peaks. Up in the Wandering Peaks. Um, and unfortunately, when we did find something, we were attacked almost immediately by these dog-like creatures that I had never seen before, and mind flayers as well. Um, they overwhelmed us pretty quickly, and I I am almost ashamed to say I ran so one person could make it out, but I am basically it from that party.
Aeliana, you're muted.
So sorry.
Jay, you should not be ashamed of what you did. This information was critical to get back to us, or else another 6 months might have had to go by. Seeing as how she is the only remaining member, Jay is going to need to accompany you and take you back. Jay, I'm so sorry that that is something that you have to do, but they need you to show them the way.
I will. Nothing else for my brother, I will.
I understand.
Daniel, bring in the drama.
Your brother was...
If we didn't have drama.
Your brother was an admirable man and a good soldier. Concerned citizens, without you and your efforts, we would not have nearly the amount of information that we do on the sect. We would not have stopped them in the ways that you have. We are now closer than ever to finally putting an end to the sect. With the tensions with the Kovaxian Empire, with the presence of perhaps an archdevil in our dynasty, I cannot spare an army to go wandering through the peaks, to use resources, to die. But I feel that now more than ever the Sabian dynasty could use some concerned citizens, some people to step up. And I know that you've already done that. So I cannot demand anything of you. I cannot order you to do anything, but I am asking you, as your king, do what you do best. Go to the mouth of Weimar with Jay. Avenge the death of her brother, the death of the others. Avenge the death and the kidnapping of so many people throughout my dynasty. Be my hand and my judgment in this. Do you accept?
I think I speak for all of us when I say we are glad to do so.
We'll get the job done.
I know you will. He reaches down under the desk and he puts a bag on the counter. This is 100 platinum pieces.
Oh. Okay.
What?
Use it to steel yourself in whatever way you can for your journey to come.
Oh my.
I
Really
can
hard.
give you new armor. I can give you new weapons,
Plus the platinum?
plus the platinum.
Oh, good. Paramounts.
But anything outside of that, you can procure with this. The king's coppers are not overflowing in these days. This is money hard separated with. But it is what I can offer.
Put it to good use.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Your timeline is your own. Leave 10 minutes from now, leave 10 days from now, but please, if you can, be of some haste. Leave Savonia, travel north with Jay into the Wandering Peaks, and stop Eremaeus. If you can, bring him to me alive. I want him to face judgment in front of the citizens of Savonia for what he has done. I want the citizens of Savonia to know that their king and some concerned citizens are protecting them. But, of course, your safety is of the utmost importance. Are there any other questions you have for me?
Could we ask one more thing of you?
If it is in my power and I have the resources, yes.
The home that some of us have been using, would it be possible to keep it as a safe house on reserve of some sort?
As far as I am concerned, that house currently and in the future will belong to the concerned citizens.
Thank you. Well, I think we should leave as soon as possible. Perhaps take the night to get a plan together.
Yep. Jay, are you ready to set off again?
Whenever you guys are.
All right.
Good
First
luck.
light.
Godspeed. And the five of you leave the king's chambers, and you are in that main little lobby area. The four original concerned citizens with Jay. What do you do?
Go shopping.
Yeah, can I get
Yeah.
some better armor?
You wear armor?
Yeah, I can wear light armor. have
I
light
can
armor.
make armor.
Oliver, can I please have some money for a magic dagger?
Me? I don't have the money. What do you mean?
I have the money.
Oh,
I think
Rowina,
that
please.
I do think that we should take the evening, perhaps. Wait, what time of day is it right now?
I mean, I would actually probably say it's pretty early in the day.
So perhaps we go get some food. We make a list of
Yes.
things that might be useful to have.
Yes.
We go get them, and we leave either at dusk or first light.
There's a great Italian spot I found over the last 6 months. So.
Yes. So good.
Jay, as you exit this room and you are outside of the purview of the king and able to kind of like take a moment to yourself and take in these four people who you've heard about, where's your head at? What's going through your head as you look at this and consider this situation?
I think I'm kind of looking at them incredulously.
Yeah.
Like, they were like raring to go, and now it's like shopping and then making lists and having dinner in Italian, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I think she's standing kind of just off and like just watching them,
Mm-hmm.
like with the incredulous look, but still just like observing of like these are the concerned citizens, and I think they were hyped up a lot as to who
No.
they are. And not that they've
And me going,
disappointed,
please, please.
Italian?
they haven't disappointed, but maybe they haven't met expectations yet either. So I think she's just
Wait till you meet my dog.
she's people watching for right now
Yeah.
until she's talked directly to, or probably also deciding if she really wants to have Italian tonight with these people.
For sure.
I mean, Emory would definitely be like, hey, new girl, you coming?
Yeah, we gotta discuss plans.
I guess I don't know if I need to join you for your lists and shopping in its
Well,
entirety, but I
part
mean,
of the team,
if
right?
it's
This platinum is yours, too.
Yes, if there's
More
anything you need
items.
or want, or
Healing potions?
okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, at least I'll tag along for some shopping, sure.
I bet you've seen some shit.
Yeah, I would say I
You
have.
feel free to tell me anything, everything. I'm
He's a
kind of a
writer.
writer. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I've been writing down a lot of stuff, and I don't have to use it. And you can tell me, hey, off the record.
Is
and
that
I'll-
your main thing with the group? You're a writer with the concerned citizens?
I don't know if we have things so much.
we don't have many
I mean,
things.
we all are complex individuals.
We all contribute.
What's one of my things? Yeah, definitely.
Oh. Okay.
What's your thing? What do you bring to the table?
Mercenary, so mainly just fighting,
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
muscle.
That's great. Very useful.
Yeah.
I like to think so. I mean, I'll kind of let you guys lead the way.
Is that the breadsticks?
Wow, suddenly we're here.
The bottomless salad just
Is
got
there
here.
anything else I can do for you?
Refill on the breadsticks, please.
I think
Of
you should
course.
come along.
Fucking doesn't have the
Sure.
accent as he walks away.
You're more than welcome, but I know that, if you prefer your privacy, then please take it.
I honestly
Yes.
disagree. I would love your input, and I would love for you to be there.
We do tend to be.
Yes,
just
I'd love for you to
together.
be there. I'm
That's-
just saying
we
I
go
don't
together.
want to be there.
I think that is what she said, just was also concerned with my own feelings. So if I didn't want to be there, but
Fuck.
it's fine.
Oliver can't
No.
lie. You should know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. We're just okay.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Wait,
she's
what?
supposed to be around.
No.
There's like 7 people who know that.
All right, I'm sorry.
No,
Is that
it's
like
fine.
a moral compass thing or like a curse?
No,
Or
I was cursed by her father.
Wow.
Yeah. I
Wow.
mean, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Their father, I guess.
I think
No,
that we
no,
can
just-
save
They're
There's a lot.
siblings.
You
that.
said
These
Rowena's
two are siblings?
Twins.
Yes.
The twins.
New
Can't
twins.
you tell?
Yeah,
No,
I
we
could
just
definitely.
decided.
Definitely fraternal.
We just
Definitely see
decided
the
we wanted to be
resemblance, yeah.
twins.
Oh, okay.
No, we are twins.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we just found out.
At one
Oh,
moment.
wow.
Well,
Yes.
Yes.
Did you also find out about the curse and the dad thing too? Like a lot of
Uh,
people for this group right now. Are you sure you're okay?
That's a
to-
long story. We have a lot of travel time, perhaps.
That's
We'll
true.
catch
It's
up.
gonna be at least like 15 days before we're even there. So
Plenty of time.
Back on the road again.
What I don't mean to. Are we at like a restaurant now? Are we walking and talking?
To be honest, I have no fucking clue. So
Vincenzo.
I don't know.
Eric just started eating pasta in the like foyer of this
Yes, we
castle.
were walking.
I like to think that you
Yes,
weren't
yes,
there and
I am
Oliver was
not.
really hungry and he was trying to subtly hint that he was. So he was like,
Okay, let's go. Okay, we're walking to a place.
These muscles
to eat.
need fuel, you know.
Yeah.
You
eat
walk
some-
to you
your
go
Let's
to
go to the Golden Lion.
Is that
Sure.
the Italian?
No.
No.
No, it's much
No.
fancier.
Eric. What's the name of the Italian place? Give me
Vincenzo's.
Okay.
Whoa.
So yeah,
Okay.
do you want? You can go to Vincenzo's if you want.
Okay. It's a good
Oh.
spot.
Yeah, it's really good.
So
Yeah, that's what I just said. That was a good
I'm
spot.
agreeing with you.
I don't know.
It's fine.
already.
Everyone.
We usually get along quite well.
This is
Emery's
going
lost.
great. Okay, we're walking.
Zach's lost. I don't know what's happening.
they-
Should we end the session?
Thanks, everyone. It's been fun. I'm
Hey,
the GM
Rowina.
now. And
Do you remember how awkward we were at the beginning? Let's just that again. That again.
So you all head to
Okay.
fucking Vincenzo's, and
It's just
Hey.
Vincenzo's.
sorry.
Fucking
For everyone.
Vincenzo's is after hours.
Yeah, that's that.
You walk up, and Vincenzo is standing there.
Wow,
Obviously, he is a 3-foot tall halfling man. He's about as wide as he is tall. He's got a big mustache, and a bald head, and an apron that looks incredibly dirty, and yet you only see him at the front of house, so you don't necessarily know like how that's
For
happening.
flavor.
But you walk in.
Hey, Vinny.
Hey, what up? How you doing?
Great. How you doing? How's business
Yeah,
going?
I'm doing. Hey, business is doing good. I'll tell you that much. Yeah.
Clearly, it's a. Do you happen to have a table for 5 for tonight,
Oh, right now it's
Vinny?
it's the evening's always, of course, for you, Oliver. Are you kidding? Yeah,
You're
of
too
course.
much, Vinny.
You see him go over to a table that's near one of the walls. Hey, get the fuck up! Get out of here! You're done with your meal. And he kicks off a table. of
Oliver became a
people.
mob boss.
this is the first time Jay has seemed impressed by this tutorial.
He
Oliver
kicks,
hands him a couple.
it seems like a table was kind of like they were done with their food, but they were lingering a bit. And he
okay.
kicks them out.
Vinny does not tolerate lingerers.
No, Vinny does not tolerate lingerers. Hey, Drew! Come here! Bust it! And he comes over to you. Yeah, well, follow me, please. And he leads you over to the table.
I'll slip Vinny a gold. I want a handshake.
He grabs it, bites it, winks, puts it in his pocket, and he says, "Welcome to Vincenzo's. Anything you want, we've got, as long as you want what we've got. What can I do for you?"
Oliver, please spell me.
Oliver, you want to order for the table like a real jabron?
Yeah, sure. I'll have the.
No wine. Start with a bottle.
We'll have 3 bottles of wine, 3 bottles of your most mid-priced wine.
3 bottles of our most... Hey, excuse me. 3 bottles of our most expensive wine coming at you.
Yeah, I'll have the Branzino.
Okay, yep. I know what that is.
Then we'll just. Can we just do like some family-style pasta? Sausage, a little.
Yeah, you want the goods.
Pasta fajoule.
You want the
Yeah,
goods. All right.
I want people to really taste.
Gabagool. Okay, we're gonna do
Gabagool.
that for you. Yeah, you know what? I'll be right back. Hey, Drew! And he walks away, and he goes to give your
You guys
order.
are gonna love
Drew.
it. The Branzino is impeccable.
What does Drew look like?
Drew is kind of tall, lanky. He's got short black hair. Seems to be like mid-20s in age.
But he doesn't look familiar.
Roll an insight check.
Oh my god.
Not at Vincenzo's.
Please
Natural
not at
20.
Vincenzo's.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
We about to fight Drew.
Angie, as you are watching
Angie?
Fucking man.
As you are watching the movements of Drew the busboy, you realize that he's got some good swag. But he's not familiar at all.
Oh.
Great.
Okay, cool.
I will say though, in all seriousness, you do probably like seeing someone who just looks like remotely similar in like a waiter's outfit. You do
Yeah.
kind of have like a
That's
like
what-
a,
that's-
like a little bit of a PTSD moment.
Well, and when you say swagger, is it familiar swagger?
No, it's not familiar
Okay.
swagger. No, the swagger
Um,
part was a joke.
Yeah, I think Emory, like, if anybody were to notice, Emory gets a little quiet and then immediately starts thinking about Henry.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, yeah, just kind of spends the food time chilling.
Okay.
Food time.
Yeesh.
Food time.
Eating very, like, a lot, though.
Okay.
Eating very food time.
So,
Eating very
real quick, what are your guys' names?
Oh
Oh,
my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm Aeliana. So nice to meet you.
Rowina.
Oliver
Emory.
Burroughs.
Do I need to call you Oliver?
Just Oliver.
Or Oliver?
Fine.
Okay. And sorry, what was the last one?
Emory.
Emory. Okay.
So,
Are you from Savonia, Jay?
Yeah, lived here pretty much my whole life, except when I'm out on a job or something.
Real quick.
It's
For
Henry.
sake, for Jay's sake, and for the viewer's sake, go ahead and describe your characters, what they look like.
Ooh.
But also describe how they might have changed over these past 6 months, and if they look different in any way. The first person who introduced himself was Aeliana, so Aeliana, you go ahead and start us off.
Well, Aeliana's a pretty short human woman. She still wears her hair kind of really big and curly. It's like big curly brown hair, light caramel colored eyes. I think she might have cut it a little bit shorter, but did not end up she debated a shoulder chop and did not go for it. It's easier to be able to pull it back. So she kept it long. But I would say that since she is now able to make her own clothes, she's kind of shifted her clothing style. She's in a lot like warmer, like autumnal colors now. So she's got like turtleneck sweaters, they're like burnt orange, and like kind of skirts with a lot of different colors on them. So she's kind of embracing the color thing. And I'd say she's wearing a turtleneck now, but she does have a scar, a black, like lightning looking scar on her neck from a unfortunate incident. So that may be seen later, but it's covered now.
Okay.
Awesome. Rowena?
Rowena is a green tiefling. She's tall. She's like 6 feet. She
I'm sure.
has so she has kind of short, like they almost curl like ram horns, but they're not like straight up ram horns. One of the big things that's changed is one of them got like pretty severely damaged. And so it has now some like emerald and gold kind of fused into it to complete it essentially and make it, look like fill in all the missing pieces. She has long black hair. I think whereas it always has been sort of just like messy and all over the place and just pinned back where she could, she's kind of got it braided nicely now, in a way that it's still a little messy and pulled back, but just a little bit more put together out of her face. She's always got a little bit of a bitch face, but she's not actually a bitch. She wears a like dark green, she's in almost all black, but then a dark green like velvet cloak that she always wears, that is like 2 shades kind of darker than her green skin. I would say that as far as the party has seen was like a little tattered, had kind of been through it, and after being with Linda for a little while, it's been repaired. It's been pretty much brought back to new, as it was hers originally, so she fixed it. And yeah, that's Rowena.
Okay.
Oh, she's also got like a bunch of kind of little scars all over her face and neck and chest, which actually are like pretty healed, but still add sort of almost just like a texture to that part of her body.
Yeah. Oliver.
Oliver has a little bit
fade.
longer than Oliver has a bow hawk now.
Oh my god.
Puka shell necklace.
A mullet.
No. He could pull off a mullet.
He could pull off a mullet. He could.
He's got like a little longer than shoulder length blonde hair. Maybe a little bit more like scars just from battle, but he's probably like bulked up a little bit. Not bulked up. But
Yeah,
like,
no, I would definitely.
I mean,
say
for
so,
6 months, he's just been not adventuring, so he's just been eating great food at Vincenzo's, probably once or twice a week here. When you guys were walking here, and when he was with the king, he was in his clockwork armor, which is plate armor, but extremely well made, and it's very smooth in the way he moves. But when he got down at the table, he slapped his chest, got out of his armor, and he's in just kind of basic clothes there. Well,
Like-
Aeliana made them, so I don't know what they're just clothes. I don't know clothes. They're just medieval clothes. And that's about it. Maybe if it's a short sleeve, you see a little bit of a brand on his arm.
Oh my god, no! I think that she puts you in longer shirts. So
Okay.
She's embarrassed of your brand.
She makes sure the sleeve is long
That's
enough.
so funny. To answer your question, Jamo, that I saw you starting to ask, Oliver has a pair of clockwork armor that is like, it's metal plates interwoven with like gears and mechanics. And when he slaps his chest, the back of the armor like folds in on itself and comes up to the front, leaving basically just like half of a standing suit of armor, and he can like back in and out of it,
Like
basically
Iron Man.
like Iron Man. It's like Iron Man, except
Okay.
instead of like going really small, it's still like the full size set of armor,
Right,
but it's
just
just like
like the
standing
front
there
half.
next to the table. Yeah. And so he can
Second time, Jay's been impressed.
I wield a
mechanically,
big hammer and a shield also.
yeah, that you like set up like against the armor when it's like
With the symbol of Brarn and
yeah, the god of craft and creation.
arts and crafts.
So yeah, that's Oliver, and then last but certainly not least, young Emory Farrow.
I
Younger than
didn't
you
realize
thought.
that I was shorter than Rowina too, so I'm really just taking hits at all angles.
I'm very small. I'm like 5. I feel like she's like 5'5". You're 5'5".
Yeah, but
5'4".
Tall.
listen. Okay. So Emory is 5'10". Thank you. And
Nice. 5'10"
has very pale, very I don't want to say like translucent skin, but just is very pale, and has like white curly hair that's always really dirty, really disheveled. In the last 6 months, he has done nothing to tame it or like cut it or anything, so it's grown a little bit towards like past his shoulders, so it's a little longer. He wears a right now, because it's summer / going into fall, he's kind of discarded the cloak and tunic, and is just wearing straight up like a vest. So you see all of his tattoos around his arms. He has like tattoos on his knuckles. He's like either colored in or painted his fingernails black. And then out of his shoulders and chest, you see what looks like necrotic damage that is just tattooed there from like a center point that you can see from the vest. And he now wears on his hips, he wears 2 daggers. One is like curled at the end. The other, you can see like a fleck of silver catching the light. That's his silver dagger that Oliver has made for him. And then he wears a like a wrist, not a gauntlet really, but like a bracer. Thank you. That holds a hidden dagger that he can like flip out. That he hasn't gotten to practice with as much because it was a lovely gift that he got when he got back from his road trip with his sister, and he thought he was 24, but he's 21.
Oh,
That is
God.
a jump back.
But doesn't it make so much sense for Emery's character?
Yes.
One question and one observation for you, Emory. The question is, after the way you described his hair, does Emory sport a man bun now?
Ooh.
I think situationally.
Okay.
I think when he's writing or reading or whatever, like leaning down, maybe. And then like this is something Angie used to do when I had long hair, but like when I'm eating, I would just like tie it back up.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but normally it's just like he looks like he just woke up at any given moment.
Yeah, and I would say that my observation is with all that time that you've spent in the woods, kind of like being feral in the woods, you actually see that Emory's a little bit more lean with muscle. Got a bit more muscle and a bit more definition in certain places. Looking good in that vest. Yeah. After you all have described that, Vincenzo walks up with two other waiters who are all carrying big trays of food. All right, we got your lasagna, risotto. We were risotto. Risotto. We got we've got your carbonara. We got your bolognese. We got your gnocchi over here. Of course, branzino. And he like puts it under your mouth. And he says, and you know what? For my guy Oliver, on the house. On the house. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And don't do it to me again. If you're a friend here, you're a friend with everybody.
Oh my god.
Yes!
Dig in, everybody, please.
Thank you.
I've
Ginger
been here a
just
lot.
stands there.
Never met that guy.
I'll give him another 5 gold.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much. That's too
Oh my
kind.
God.
Too kind.
Please.
You
Walks
pay
away.
more than it was.
As you see, as he's walking away, you
Obviously.
see him like biting into each piece of gold coin as he does. And
One of them's chocolate.
he turns back. Oh, you motherfucker!
How
And yeah,
often have you been here when I'm not with you?
I come here for lunch a lot.
Just curious.
one of
I
the
love
waiters
these
walks by.
little
Hey, Oliver.
sticks.
Oh my god.
Trent.
That's me and my brother Drew.
Trent and Drew.
Okay, anyways,
my
we
God.
need a list. what are we getting?
So, okay, once
Make
we're
a
sitting
list
down, I
to go
would
shopping?
ask Jay, I would say,
Also stay focused. I think
I
people
would-
get excited about things.
I can see that. Yeah,
let me know.
probably need it.
Also, what, I mean, I'm sorry if you don't, I know that it's very recent since this has happened, but are there any things you can think of that might help us be a little more prepared?
I mean, it's a long journey, and long journeys always bring their own unique fun. So prepare for that. And then, like I said, at the end, at least where we got attacked, there was mind flayers and creatures I'd never seen before. So I would imagine there's probably more of those, and probably other creatures I've never seen before. So I can't really know what to prepare for except be prepared for anything, even though that's not really helpful.
When we
Right.
fought the Mind Flayer ourselves, it charmed us or whatever. Like, would we know what that effect was? And is there any kind of magical? Could we potentially go seek out some kind of magical protection against that
You
particular
definitely like ask.
stunning charm?
Tax your
like, we could ask?
intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I can-
there's potions that can potentially heighten your intelligence, making your save a little bit higher.
I have enhanceability, and I could give people advantage on intelligence checks. I could give up to.
There's like, you know, because you have that spell, you know that like a ring of spell storing would maybe be useful because you could store that spell
that's
in it.
really smart.
You could a ring of mind shielding like you have could be useful. Those are, I mean, that's quite expensive.
Wait a
You'd
minute, I forgot I had that.
You'd have better luck with
Well,
Surprise!
but
now's the time.
yeah, that, and then I mean, also anything to make all of you more sneaky would probably be helpful. Yeah, I would say off top dome, that's what you can think of.
We obviously want more healing potions for sure.
Yeah.
I want a magic sword.
We have
That's not gonna curse me.
we have 2 diamonds right now.
Yeah.
for worst case scenario. Just
Don't
wanted
yell
to
that
put
too
out
loud.
there.
So you guys are like rich, is what I'm hearing.
Well, the king just gave us all
Recently,
that money.
Well,
so
even
yeah.
before
Extremely
that,
rich,
it
yes.
seems
No.
like this guy's throwing out gold like it's a tip.
Well, they've been working.
And
Yes.
it's new to
Yeah, it's a
us.
tip. Yeah, we've recently
Newly
become
rich, all
extremely
the more.
wealthy.
New money.
Just
They're
throwing
clear.
it
They're
out.
definitely new money.
We have
It's
no,
like,
we have no idea
woo!
what we're doing.
We're white collar criminals.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no judgment either way. It was just an observation.
It's a good one. You're very perceptive.
We spend most of it to keep ourselves prepared.
Makes sense.
For anything.
Giving it to other people, usually.
That,
Oh.
yes.
Yeah,
I think
there's
that if we know where we need to go and we explain the things that we need protection from or assistance with, which I think we have a good list now,
Mm-hmm.
that might be enough.
Mm-hmm.
Zach, did I catch any more about those dog things I could share?
Definitely blink
Is it the
dogs.
same dogs that we fought?
No, these are different.
Damn it!
Jay describes something that's almost like panther in size.
Blink dog.
And
I've read it in a book. Blink dog.
Blink dogs!
let me
Blink 182 dogs, you
pull
guys.
something up real quick.
I don't think there was that many of them.
Blink dogs.
My guess is displays for these.
Hold on just a second.
Should we place bets?
Also, the king said
What's
he could
your
get us
bets?
better armor, or I guess I should ask Oliver first because he'll be upset if I don't.
You do
He'll be
remember
Add studs to my leather armor.
you do remember these beasts being they had the ability to kind of like make it appear as if there was multiple of them.
Okay.
And so if you had anything that would give you like true sight, for instance, that would be useful. But other than that, that's pretty much all you know from these like dog-like creatures. But for the mind flayers, you know, you back up Aeliana's thoughts of like anything that could increase your intelligence would be good. Anything that could make you more sneaky would be good. Also, hold on just a second.
Did you say there was a lot of them, Jay?
I mean, we weren't a big group, but they took us down pretty easily. I mean, I hope there's not a lot of them compared to what we already saw, because they seemed... I mean, you guys have fought a mind flayer. I'm sure you know that that's no walk in the park in general, let alone that paired with any number of these creatures. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty much what I can. That's pretty much what you think.
okay.
I don't want to
Good
sound
start.
crass, Jay.
Good
Yeah,
start.
because we're off to a great start, you and me, so just go
It's
for
not
it.
gonna get better here. How? I'm trying to think of how to word this. How were you guys more of like a sneaky group, or how? What like was the capabilities of the group that you traveled with?
It was a mix. We had other mercenaries, we had soldiers, a captain of guard, and some like rangers that knew the area and the land. The intent was to be sneaky and just scout, but clearly we did not.
And that's also and whereas that is definitely all true, 100% fact, you would also kind of come to the conclusion that like you also didn't know the like caliber of thing you were going to be up against.
Yes.
And so you guys like
fair.
maybe could have been more careful. You maybe more as careful as you could have been. But you were
Right.
still sneaky. I mean, you weren't like yelling and screaming. Like you were.
Yeah.
But you know, now that you know the caliber of what you were going up against, you could
Yeah.
probably take a little bit more precaution.
Yeah, we were stealthing, but we weren't like
You were still like out in the open, and
creeping
stuff like that,
and hiding and
Yeah.
as we could.
Right. Well,
And I would also say Jay would know and can convey that the Wandering Peaks themselves are like a pretty dangerous place. Like there's a bunch of like creatures that wander the Wandering Peaks that are there's not a lot of civilization in the Wandering Peaks, and so the local ecosystem has been able to kind of thrive, and it's a pretty wild place. So just traveling there in general is going to be like, you're going to want to, especially with fall coming up and just with the elevation and stuff, you're going to want to prepare for cold. That will be useful. Anything that can help you against it being cold. Like, we're talking cold enough that like if there's no fire or anything around you, you're like taking points of exhaustion every day, like stuff like that. Like, you want to, you're gonna need to find some stuff that can help you in the cold. And yeah, I'm just trying to think of what other knowledge that Jade would have that she would want to convey to you. I think that's, so far, that's good.
I don't want to be cold again.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't know what specifically we want, but some health potions for sure, and see
Absolutely.
what else they have that can help us maybe with our brains.
What do we have right now in terms of health potions? What does everybody have?
I have one regular here.
I'll have one.
A regular.
0.
Don't have.
Everyone more probably. We could potentially consider putting that last, and then whatever money we have left over, we can just dump it into healing potions, because some of these other things are going to be harder to find, I assume, like the cold protection and the ring
I
spell
think that-
soaring, if we want one of those.
So pretty easily. I mean, it was cold. It's gonna be cold, but I don't think we need like
You probably don't need like a magic item. You just need like a set
yeah.
of clothes.
We just need
Oh!
coats and boots.
Easy. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
But,
I
like,
thought
more
you
than
meant,
what
like,
you had-
magical warm clothes.
Yeah,
I was
but like
"Well,
more than what
no,
you
no, no."
had traveling to Savonia.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
it's gonna be cold up
Heated
there,
vest.
but
Yeah.
We I think we should at least just make sure that everybody has some sort of healing potion.
I agree.
Well, all right. Should we go?
I'd like to maybe get another 200 gold diamond. I can pitch in some personal funds, but I don't know.
We should. We're able to.
Zach, really quick, can I say that I had already sent off the money for the elemental gem to Esme?
Yeah, for sure.
Like the okay.
Yeah.
I have adjusted my bank accordingly.
Okay.
It was
Thousands of gold.
500 gold, right, to do that?
Mhm.
Okay.
I wish we lived in a world where we could just work and save money for things.
Well, hold on. Sorry. You know that an elemental gem costs around 500 gold, but she doesn't have like. You would probably need to buy the elemental gem like in Savonia.
Can I say that I did that right? Because I know you said that the owl lady had one.
Correct. Yes.
So I will have that mailed.
Yes. which that can't go by
I'm
hawk.
just adjusting my money.
For sure. Yeah. No. I just wanted to
Yes.
let you know logistically, so your
Yes.
character knows what's going on.
No worries.
That probably. So you got to 500 within like. You probably sent
5 months.
the gem. The gem is probably now at this point arrived in Ronhar, but like just, and so like
Yeah.
she probably hasn't started any work or anything.
No
but
worries.
it's been enough time where she was able to send you a hawk saying got it received, and you got that probably like yesterday, let's say.
'Cause if I die, I just want to have done that, you know?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Don't do that.
cool.
And she tells you, you know, she's like, I have no idea how long this will take, but just you know
Yep.
where I am if you
Nope.
need updates.
And then she's like, if I die, get it to Oliver Burroughs.
She says that's a weird statement to say.
Anyways, okay, cool. Yeah, so we've got some armor upgrades and magic stuff to get. Let's do it.
All right, what are we getting?
Sword.
On a magic sword.
I need to look at which one though. Even just a +1, that would be cute. Where would I get one? How
Striking
do I
Iron.
do this? Striking Iron. I don't know why, but I want Oliver to go with me so he can tell me it's a good sword.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
I think that's what.
it's gonna be a great sword because it's from striking iron. I didn't make +1 sword, but
You made it.
You could have made the blade before it was enchanted.
yeah.
Yeah. Zara does any of the enchanting that needs to happen.
Oh, then I have just a rapier that I would want enchanted.
You can,
I'd
yeah,
buy rapier.
that would be cheaper than buying the weapon outright.
Let's do it!
Can she enchant my rainbow rapier too?
For the enchanting of a rapier, it would take some time, which means Aeliana's could be done, but Emory's would probably have to take. It would take. How long does it take? I think there's rules for this.
Damn.
There's a rapier of life stealing. That's wild.
I almost chose that.
Did you
But
really?
in greatsword form. I have a different greatsword.
Nice, a great sword. Yeah.
What did you choose?
A greatsword of wounding.
If you wanted her to like give you, it's 5 days per plus that you want her to do.
Why does Aeliana get one and I don't get one?
I mean, you could have done it when you first arrived, but you wouldn't have known that you had this money. But you still could have done it.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have done it unless
How
I had
much
the
is it?
money.
To enchant a rapier, we're talking that's probably going to be at a +1. But with the fact that you work there and you get a big discount, 300 gold.
Bro deal.
Ooh.
And how
And
much
that's a
platinum
big
is-
discount.
One
What about
platinum
a
is 10
dagger?
gold?
Sorry, hold on. What? One at a time?
I'll look it up.
What'd you say?
One platinum is how many gold?
1 platinum is 10 gold, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Is an enchanted dagger less time, or it's 5 days total for whatever, all the time, whatever?
It's cheaper, but it's the same amount of time, yeah.
Okay.
We basically have 1,000 gold.
But you
Plus
can
the
buy
dagger.
one outright. It's just going to be a
How
bit
much
more
is
expensive.
it outright?
A +1 rapier is probably going to be 450.
I'm fine. It's the wielder, not the weapon, you guys.
I won't add a +1 to mine then.
Ugh.
You could have for 300 earlier.
I don't have that money, so no.
I mean, we have in the party fund.
No,
How much do you attack with your rapier?
not often. It's not worth it. We should save the money for other things. Okay.
We're
So
throwing
far-
out
so
things.
so far we
I'd
bought
love
nothing.
something, but
I would like to get
So-
studded. I would like to get studded.
no one
leather
else is
instead
gonna
of
buy anything. I gladly will, but
Yeah.
I don't want to. You guys are the leads here.
If you want
so.
studded leather armor, Aeliana, Oliver can make that. So that
Yeah.
won't cost you anything.
We would need something. I mean, we would ask about something to make us maybe a little bit sneakier. We would ask about anything that would raise our intelligence. We would ask, what was the other thing?
Health potions and diamonds were the only two
Yeah.
other things we discussed, I think.
And we don't need cold resistance.
Some
we
extra
just need
blankets and
clothes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
yeah,
warmer
some warm
clothes.
clothes.
Yeah.
I would like to see how much a ring of spell storing costs, because I think if I store
Yeah.
a 3rd level enhance ability spell, I could up 4 of our intelligences with a spell slot, and then the ring of spell storing as well. So
Yeah.
that would be useful.
Ring of spell storing will cost $400. 400
That I
gold.
400
would. That I
gold.
would say. I'd rather buy that than an upgrade to.
I
my
think that
upgrade.
that makes sense, honestly.
Okay.
That'd be, yeah.
Okay.
That's honestly pretty cheap.
I
How
got
many-
it.
Oh,
How many monies is it for a bunch of parchment?
I think you could just get that from the castle, though.
I'm just gonna allow you to have that.
Just like.
But like,
cover.
a ream of parchment.
A
You took
silver.
it.
I
You
stole.
Stole it.
For
Yes.
Ring of Spell
Ooh.
Storing,
I'm getting the
120. Because you can't concentrate on
Oh,
2
yes.
spells.
I'll
The person
give it
still has to
to-
concentrate on it.
I'll give it to you then. I put the spell in and I give it to you, so you can.
I concentrate on a lot of things. I will.
Oh, never mind.
Because
then.
if I do like Spirit Guardians or something, that would also be concentration. So Emory?
Emory.
All of my spells are only concentration.
So you guys like do spells? You're like all magical.
Oh.
No.
ah,
We dabble.
yes. Yes.
Seems like more than dabbling if you're getting a ring that is made for storing a spell.
Why?
Yes,
do you have
I
a
do
problem
magic.
with it?
I don't have a problem
Remember
with it.
you
It's
don't
just a
understand
good
like
thing
that.
to know.
Yes,
I
you
heal.
do
I'm a
magic.
cleric. Yes.
Okay.
You got something against magic?
I literally just said no.
Okay, just
I
making
don't
sure.
think much of mine is concentration either.
But if
I
you're trying to
of
cast
daggers
enhanced
is-
couple things
ability,
that are concentration.
do enhanced abilities, isn't it? The concentration or not?
Oh, I
What's-
see what you're saying.
Right, because if you want to
The
do 4
spell
people,
itself is concentration.
yes.
The only time I have
But
to
you could potentially
concentrate.
have, but you could potentially have 2 people at the same time, which is not nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll hold on to the ring for now, and once we
Yeah,
get
we'll
like
figure it out.
there, we'll figure it.
Did
Yeah,
we
we'll have it-
Won't
we'll
do-
talk
take
about
that
it
from the
off
party
screen.
fund?
So you are buying the ring of spell storing for 400 gold.
Yes, I figured that would come out of the platinum, so that gets us down
Yeah.
to 600 gold from the king left.
Okay.
We had 1,000. Now we have.
Do we want to get another like 4 or 5 health potions?
Is Emory not going to get it? Emory, you can get a +1.
Emory,
Rapier,
get
you
the
can do it.
+1.
No, because I won't get to use it.
Why not?
Why not?
Because I thought we were leaving tomorrow.
No, you can. It's
Oh,
you can
we should
buy
buy
it
it.
outright. It's just more expensive. So 300 to enchant or 450 to buy.
And we could wait 5 days. Like, we don't have to go.
Yeah, you also
Right
can
away.
wait.
We could just wait 5 days, but it's up to us. Do you want to save 150
We
and
waited
wait,
so-
or
so many people died.
I'm sure there'll
Is
be
there
no
one that's,
consequences.
like,
I'm sure there'll be no
real cute?
consequences. I'm sure there'll be
all
none.
right? I think you just.
I'm just
buy
kidding.
it.
I'm
Is
just
there
kidding.
one that's
What?
like
Yeah.
real cute?
A real cute one?
Like one that Emory would be like, whoa.
I mean, for you, of course.
For you, anything.
And also, I just want to take some gold away from you.
Well,
He gave us the
just got
1,000. We should use it because he
I
gave
was
it
like-
to us for.
I was
that's
like, Emory has not gotten anything since
Anything.
that ice
Yeah, do it.
rapier did some damage. So
And this
yeah,
is
I
going to
think
be a long-term investment that you will
Yeah.
use a lot.
What if we sell that ice rapier? No.
it's
You
not
definitely could.
ice rapiered
Hold on,
anymore though. We did remove curse on it.
Yeah, but it's still.
And
You
Yeah.
removed the curse, but it's still an ice rapier.
I think we.
What?
Wait,
So I could be
removed the
using
curse.
that?
We removed the curse from Emory.
Yeah, not from.
Oh, sorry. That's correct. Yes,
I
that's
was
the
like,
part.
No, because the
You didn't remove the curse from the item.
I thought we
Can you
did.
do that?
Okay,
No, because then you would have just
Um,
started using the weapon.
Oh wait.
but I thought they didn't want me to because of that I
Oh,
was
yeah.
cursed inside.
You can't remove the curse off an item. It just breaks the bond.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yes, I would like a +1 rapier.
Describe what it looks
Please.
like.
450.
It is okay. It is in the way that that most rapiers are like silvered blades with like either some sort of like leather grip or like metal grip. It is a black blade with like silvered grip and like greenish inlay. And
Cool.
I find it and I look, I like hold it up by the little prongs and I go, Rowina, look, the
that's
blood of a Luna.
very cool.
I made that one.
And then I, oh, did you really?
Mm-hmm. It's good.
This is meant to be.
The blade is made out of obsidian.
The blade is made out
Oh,
of obsidian.
I want this one.
So there's some emerald in the hand. Yeah.
You got it.
Fine.
450.
450.
So you're down to 150 from that 1,000 plus whatever else you have individually.
Can I sell the old rapier?
The ice one?
No, just my
yeah, the
regular
regular
rapier.
Oh yeah, for 20.
20. Okay, so add 20 back into the party.
So
fund.
170. Well, okay, yeah,
From the top.
into the party fund. But if we add it to the keys,
all
Thank
right.
you, Oliver.
Would they
Oh,
have
I-
anything that could help with sneakies or intelligence?
You don't really. There's not really any potion or anything that helps with intelligence that you can find. You do find
we got that
another.
mostly covered.
Yeah, you do find
Okay.
another cloak of elven kind, which is similar to what you have, Rowina. that you can buy for 200 gold.
There'd be a cloak of protection. That's the only thing I want.
Yeah, there could be a cloak of protection for 200 as well.
have
I would
one
say
of
they would
those.
both cost 200.
I mean, I don't want to, again, take away the gold from
And I would say also, we never discussed this, JMO, but I would say you and the type of lifestyle that you have led,
5,000.
you probably have 70 gold at your disposal.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So you can at least contribute to something.
Yeah, I can't buy it outright, but I'll throw some down.
Layaway or something?
Lay away.
Okay, so here's the
Would I have
problem. is
gotten my
that-
payout from that mission, though?
Oh, that's true. You would have gotten that. Yeah. They still would have paid you for that. So so you would have 270 then.
Get the cloak of protection.
And I'm just gonna buy it.
Okay.
I don't need y'all.
So you're gonna buy a cloak of protection for
Okay.
200.
Yeah.
So you have 70 now. So you have that cloak of protection. Remember these items, all these items we've discussed so far, including the +1 rapier, you need to be attuned to them.
Require
just as,
attunement, yep.
just as a reminder to that.
Oh,
And
wait,
you
I have
can-
to tune to a +1 rapier?
Yes, and you can only be attuned to 3 objects at a time. Just as a reminder.
Good.
I don't think you're there
Hell
yet, Emory.
yeah.
I think that's the first magic item you have, but still. Just as a reminder.
Well, no, I have the Lux Stone,
Okay, so that's your second.
but it doesn't say I need to for the rapier.
Oh, it doesn't?
I think that's only a rare or legendary item, but like
I
a
think for just a +1.
uncommon.
Oh, so +2 you need to attune to? Is
Yeah.
that what it is? Okay, my bad. Well, then
Yeah.
never mind. But everything else, the Cloak of Protection and the Cloak of Elvenkind, if you did want that, and definitely the Ring of Spellstoring, that's all attunement.
All right, so we have 170 left to do health potions and swarm clothing. Was there anything
The
else?
clothing, I'm going to say you can
Can't
get
wait
but you just need to get it. But you don't have to take
Alright.
it away from the party phone.
The party phone.
I would also, if
Party
it's
phone.
possible, I would like to get another set of sending stones. I mean, I have half of the set that Danny took, but
Has he said anything in the last 6 months? Maybe not the time. Let's continue on.
I haven't-
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, probably not.
Fuck
Is that other guy that was part of your group? He just
Yeah,
like
we
talked
talked out
about
on you
him.
guys, or what?
He
Yeah.
died.
time.
Oh damn.
He died in a ditch.
He really
Yeah,
he
had
didn't die in
that.
a
He
ditch.
did not die.
Did.
Well, I mean, we don't know.
That we know of.
We should check on him maybe at some point, but how much would sending stones be?
Sending stones?
Yeah, I don't remember.
They're 100.
All right.
Well,
We
this could
also
work.
have
This could work because we get the 100, the sending stones for 100. That puts our king money down to 70.
70. also
The
have
regular healing
388.
potion. Yeah, the regular healing potion was 50, if I remember correctly. And I already have one.
I do too.
We just need to get one for Jay, which is
I
50.
need
we
one
still have
too,
20
I
left
can't.
over. So then the 20 and then 30 from our fund, and then we
Great.
got everybody has one, and we get the sending stones, and then we're just left with our party funds sub 20.
Great.
So we're only
Cool.
spending 20 of our own gold, basically.
Potion.
We're so cool.
So I think if Rowina and if Jay get a regular healing potion, and then
Cool.
Rowina gets the pair of sending stones, we are 20 less on our party fund money, and the king's money is used, and that's what we got. Unless we want to spend more of our own money, which we can.
You
think that
can,
that's-
just so you know, if you want. You don't have to. But you can. There are, they're called message rings. That's what they're called. But they are either an earring or an actual ring that can allow you to communicate telepathically to someone else wearing the same thing within 1,000 feet. And those cost 50 each. Just so you know, that's available.
We should do that.
Walkie talkies.
Well,
How many
Yeah.
ears
So
you get?
50 each, it's still 100. So.
But the sending stones go over.
well, and
Is it 50 a pair of like rings and earrings and stuff, or is it 50 individually?
Zach,
50 per pair.
Repair.
Um,
Oh.
So you could get
I
two
think we
pairs.
should do. Yeah, I think we should get 2 pairs because that's also telepathically. You can communicate, and sending
There's
is
no
not.
limit to
Yeah.
how many times you could do it. We just have to be within 1,000 feet.
1,000
Yeah.
feet's not very far.
No, we'll be
Yep.
close enough.
And we will have those sending stones back at some point.
Have
Hopefully.
stones.
So, do the way the rings work? Is it just the pair can communicate, or if we have 4, could 4 of us communicate?
If you spend a long rest syncing them all up, they can all
Ooh.
communicate with each other.
Bluetooth.
Well, why don't we get another one that way we all have one? We'll get 6 of them. I can
So
throw
it'd
in
be
money
120.
if they have them.
If you buy with just one separately, it would be 30.
We'll buy the
I'm
pair.
gonna buy 2.
Yeah, that's
Get
a little
3
bit-
I mean,
pairs.
you guys
So
also
three
don't
pairs
need to
for
buy one for
150?
me if I'm only
Yes,
here.
we do.
Yes,
No.
we
For
do.
this, I mean, it's only a couple
But
weeks
this
in.
is
You can
back,
give it
important,
back one.
and then you could take the pair with you when you go off to whatever's next, and then
Don't really have anyone
gift.
for that other one, but I mean, the gesture's nice, but
sorry, I was just
Well, you can use it for this mission so that we
Goddamn.
have it, and then we'll keep it, and you never know when we might need it again.
Yeah.
fair enough.
Okay, cool. Good shopping.
Good shopping, good
Don't have to
shopping, good shopping.
Spend money.
No way, I mean.
Danny would have been so proud of us.
Any gelato for you? Maybe some tiramisu? Any eclairs, maybe? Anything like
we
that?
came back here.
Did we come back to the restaurant after
You
they
came back
gotta-
for dinner.
We
They
left.
have great gelato. Gelato and espresso for everybody.
I
Gelato
forgot.
espresso.
I was assuming
Yeah.
that was you
That
all
is
making
so
the
good.
list, and then technically
makes
it would
sense.
all happen afterwards. Is what I
Okay.
thought.
Yeah,
You
okay,
know,
that- yeah,
I
that-
will take
yeah.
a gelato espresso, actually.
Yeah.
Please, actually, can you send me one?
espresso
Those are
gelato.
really good,
Yep.
and I want one right now.
No, I want
Um,
gelato espresso.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you can have either one. It's up to you.
They have it all here at Vincenzo.
One for each hand.
That's hilarious.
He has an unseen servant that only makes gelato,
Oh,
and so it's
Need
really
that.
good.
Amazing.
oh, I love it.
But it's,
Ugh.
it is invisible.
It isn't. Yeah, you just see milk and cream and shit floating around in the kitchen. It's very strange.
All right.
Just imagine in the middle of the night, like midnight, you walk into a kitchen and just milk and cream and shit is spinning in the
Lady
air.
fingers.
Yeah,
The
Whoa.
tiramisu. That's
Oh.
wild.
because that unseen servant,
Making
24
dessert?
hours a
Okay.
day is making gelato.
They sell so much gelato here.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
It's a city, you know.
He can still barely keep up.
Right.
You know.
Oh yeah,
still
for
make
sure.
it
That's why he's
fast.
doing it all the time.
It's great.
Makes sense.
Right, everybody? It's really good.
Yes.
Very good.
It's tasty.
I can't
liked
lie.
it.
Vincenzo's is the best gelato.
if the advertisement on the next Talk With Me episode is not Vincenzo's, I'm gonna be
Oh,
pissed.
yes, please. Okay, that's so good.
And
Oh my gosh.
so do you guys grab all this stuff and then head out, or
Oh yeah.
what do
I
you
think
do?
first
Yes.
thing
Oh,
in the
you-
morning.
You have to feed.
I
Who's
need
gonna take care of?
I have a plan. I'm going to pop over to SEMA Theater on my way
We're
back
not
to
bringing.
the house.
You're not gonna bring him?
Arthur's not coming.
No!
I made him armor.
It is way too cold. Are you kidding
Is
me?
that-
I
We're
thought that
going
was for
into
fun.
the most dangerous.
I
mean, we
really
can.
thought we were gonna bring him. We didn't talk about it. I guess.
I guess we didn't. I don't think that's safe.
Oh, trouble in paradise.
What are you
I like
saying?
lean over to Rowina. Are they together? Do they have a son?
No, a dog.
Yes, we do have a son.
And they made him armor?
Yes. Is that strange?
Yes.
Not strange if we bring him with us.
I was going to ask Eva if she would watch him, and then he could be like a little theater dog, and that would be like a really great thing for him while we were gone.
Maybe that is adorable.
It's really cute and much
might be-
safer than walking him into a pit of mind flayers.
It might be a good
Just
idea to
got
bring
him.
him on the next one when
Yeah,
we're not
maybe the next one.
trying to be sneaky.
We have to go to Hillnom at some point to handle that whole thing.
You have to
Don't
tell
look at
him.
me
You
like
have to
that.
tell him.
You
Oh.
could ask him if he would rather go or not.
What do you mean? Ask him. We
Can
can't
you
to
talk to him?
Yeah.
Really?
You said you could just fight. You could talk to animals.
Can you
Yeah,
please-
but I
can
mean
you please
that's
wait,
not
that
what
would
I
be-
get like hired as a mercenary for.
No, but it is very cool.
Oh my gosh.
Ask him if he
please.
likes us. Ask him if he actually
Yes,
likes us,
does
or we
he?
just
Are we
give him
good
food.
parents, please? Okay, yes, wait, I need you to ask.
So wait, okay, so you go to Casa. So you go to Casa Avarna. And,
Mojo Dojo Casa Avarna.
There's a lot of horse posters in here.
Aeliana's a horse girl for sure.
No.
Uh,
Incorrect.
and you
Incorrect.
see this little red setter run up to you.
Hello, baby. My
And I'll
boy.
cast Speak with Animals on myself.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What
Please tell me
are
that's an
you?
accent.
Hi.
Hi.
Your mom and dad asked me to talk to you.
Oh, mom and dad, they're great.
Okay, so you think they're great?
Oh, I love them.
Well,
Yeah.
Great.
Who are you? I love you.
Thank you.
Do you have food?
I think I do, and she'll just like pull out some like jerky, let him chew on it for a little bit.
God, my boy.
So your mom and dad have to leave for a
mom
little
and dad,
bit.
they're great.
Yeah, they're so great. They have to leave for a little bit, and then it's not
What?
gonna be a lot of fun for you.
But they just came back.
But they said that they have this friend Eva that's at the theater. You know Eva, right?
Yeah, Eva has good treats.
You love Eva, right?
Oh, I love Eva, yeah.
So it's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be like a vacation for you and Eva for like a little bit, and before you know it, they'll be back.
I can, I want to go with mom and dad.
You want to go?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell them that. I can't promise that they will agree to it, but I will let them know.
Okay. Do you have any food?
I sure do.
I sure do.
All right, I'm gonna drop. I'm not gonna be able to talk to you after I drop this. I could only talk to you for a little bit. But if you
Would
come
you drop
with us,
food?
Yep, it's right there. She'll throw a piece of jerky and end the spell.
He's really giving him a lot of food. Do you think he's hungry? Are we not feeding him enough?
He wants to come.
And he just sits down.
We usually don't give him table scraps.
He wants
It wasn't
to
table
come.
scraps. That was from a bag.
How am I supposed to?
We can leave him here.
He did say he loves Ava, so if you leave him with her, that would be probably fine. But he also said you just came back from leaving, so I don't know if that was just like today, because memory
Yeah,
is a
we
little
just-
different.
We've been
but-
here the whole time.
So I mean, it's up to you guys, but he says he loves you.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be away from him, but
He's rubbing up all on Emory.
oh yes.
I get his
The question
ears
we have
and,
to
like,
ask
twist
is,
them.
will Zach kill a dog?
Yes, he said to me multiple
Probably will.
times in my chat with him that he will kill this dog.
No, that is not what I said. I said I can't.
I'm gonna kill this dog.
I said I can't wait to murder
to
the
kill
dog.
it.
I didn't say I would. I said I can't wait. I
Oh
also
my God.
said if you scroll up that I was joking and that I
Yeah.
will never kill a dog, only
Yeah.
babies.
Yeah, children and
I
babies.
think okay,
Flipping that for
here's my
sure.
one. I have a few follow-up questions. I knew I should. This is too
For the dog?
complicated. No, for Zach. One, will this dog get frostbite because it's so cold?
Not
If
if
I
you
make him little booties,
Not if you make him little winter clothes.
little winter clothes, done.
On top
Great.
of his
That's
fur.
one problem. My other concern is, do I feel that we have trained him well enough to stay when we are going into battle and actually stay?
He's pretty smart, yeah.
Yeah.
But you also know that he's probably the type of dog that if you tell him to stay somewhere and you go and all of
Yep.
you die, that dog's staying there.
Oh no, Futurama.
Don't Futurama it. Yeah.
He's a very loyal pup. So you just can't die. But as long as you don't die and come back, he'll be okay.
Ugh.
I don't know, Oliver. What do you think?
I mean, I made him armor. I thought he was coming with.
Okay, all right.
He licks
You're
you.
gonna bring your dog into the woods that we've already talked about are dangerous into a mind flayer.
Obviously, Jay thinks it's a bad idea, so let's not do it
It's
then.
a dog.
Here, we're leaving him here. He'll be fine. And
Is
he'll be
this
so
what
happy
having
to see us
parents
when we
are
get
like?
home.
I can cast sending to him.
Yes.
I mean, you technically can do that.
Okay, great.
You cast sending to a creature, so you technically can do
He's a
that.
good boy. Instead of
You just send
gonna
a
be like
good
through the
boy
ring
to
camera.
It's like a Furbo.
That's fucking hysterical. I
Oliver
love
won't
that.
use his last spell slot unless it's
Only
To say
contact with
goodbye
them.
to this dog.
Oh,
Okay.
We also have a
that's-
teleportation
so-
circle back in Spoon. So we pop by, and then I'll
Yeah.
stay there for a week, and then come back.
Yeah, that Jay, that's huge information.
So you,
Oh yeah, we have to.
in your backyard, you have a teleportation circle.
Yes.
Correct.
Don't
Yes.
tell
It
anyone
was
though.
an
I think we're not supposed to
accident.
do that.
Oliver won't let me use it though.
Of course not.
Sure,
you
like,
can only use it once a week.
Big time magic users, not just like you dabble.
Well, that I got from her dad.
Yeah, that's a
Their
separate thing.
dad.
Oh my god,
wait.
I just looked it up just to like make sure I'm not lying, and you legitimately can send a sending message to your dog because
It's
it has
over an
an
intelligence of water.
because it has an intelligence of 3 and it needs an
Yeah.
intelligence minimum of 1, so you
Yeah.
can send a message to your dog.
Love
Okay,
it.
we're keeping him here. He's gonna love it. He's gonna be the theater dog.
But you won't know when
But
the
he's gonna
sending
be
is
so
past.
confused. He's gonna be just sitting there, and then he's gonna hear his dad's voice and get so excited, and then you're not gonna be around.
Oh.
It's sad.
Alright, we'll only use it in dire circumstances.
Fun dying.
When you're about to die, your last words
Oh,
are gonna be to your
God.
dog.
To my dog.
He's a
It's
good
not
boy.
gonna end
You're
well.
always a good boy.
Tell Arthur, he's a good boy.
Tell him yourself. All right.
You're gonna tell him.
Get out of here, man.
No, Jay would
We've
just be
gone
like,
off the
I
rails.
will. I'll do that.
Okay. Yes, we have an item that did that.
Oh, the teleportation.
Is it a safe
Yeah.
item? You said it was an accident. I'm
Mm.
not entirely sure how you accidentally make a teleportation circle.
I would
You
not
have
say
to
it's
ask
safe.
him. I wasn't home.
I would not say
Are we
it's
leaving
safe.
that item here?
I cannot actually
Why?
do that.
Can't leave it behind.
It's kind of tied to me.
Good God.
Also, we need it.
Is this
Use
also from
it
their dad, or
to get-
is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's why I can't lie.
To be fair, I didn't know that I had a dad. So when you say dad, don't think of it as like a typical dad. Like, oh yeah, we're my dad. No.
I didn't know either.
Yeah.
And if you use this information against us to betray us, I will end you. Just let you
Okay.
know that.
All right.
I don't even know who I would tell this information to because I don't think I understand it right now.
Good, all right.
So
We don't either if it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
okay, I mean we got like 2 weeks, and this sounds like great campfire stories, honestly. So I'd love to hear more.
Oh, I could read you some of my
Trial.
book.
Have you played Truth or Trial?
We have a great
Ah.
book.
I have played Truth or Trial, but
Oh.
it's been
Yes!
a minute, so
Good.
So you're gonna love traveling with us then.
It's gonna be great.
yep.
Oh, we haven't
Yeah.
traveled in a
Like,
long
no.
time.
So should I meet you guys somewhere? Are we leaving
You
tonight?
don't want to sleep at the house? What do you got?
Stay
Other
here.
place to stay?
We have
We have
room.
another room.
Do you have a
Anything-
lover?
Danny's room.
Marie.
No.
Do you
No.
like coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, did you mean it in?
I
Coffee.
never remember.
I
what
love,
you
my
mean.
favorite bit is that Emory assumes that everyone knows what that question means. So funny.
And the best part is I don't know what JMO knows about the lore of Series, so I don't know how much you watch. I don't know how much JMO as a player knows either. Okay. Well,
Sure. I guess I mean, I do need to go grab some, stuff, like all of my stuff to leave. For
You're
2
welcome
weeks.
here if you want to meet up in the morning, whatever you want.
Yeah, you do. You are from here, so you probably have a house or.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
cool,
I can
like,
just
It's crazy. Do you have a lover though?
said
You don't
no
have
already.
that.
I don't.
Well,
one.
just because everybody else does.
Oh,
It's so
Stupid. I-
mean.
okay.
Um,
I'm gonna go
I just
take
wanted to
but
make
not
sure-
between
okay.
the
over to
twins,
the-
right? It's you both have separate.
no.
Lovers.
Oh God, no.
I mean, I don't want to.
You don't know her.
judge,
She goes
but
to a different. She's in a different town.
She goes to.
definitely real then. Got it.
My girlfriend in Canada.
Art kind of like wanders off.
Oh,
Hey. Come
keep an
here.
eye on him.
We're
I don't
go-
like that.
We're going on a trip.
How does he wander off?
He wanders off into the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go after him. Come on.
You go after him
Yeah.
as you turn the corner and like come to find him. He's coming back, but he has something in his mouth and he's like playfully walking forward. And
What
he
is
like
it?
drops it in
Hey,
front of
top
you.
hat. What is this?
It is a black top hat.
Ah!
Zach?
I'll go
Oh,
run
no,
out to
like-
where he was. Wherever he came
Who's in
from.
the
What's
I mean, it was in the
happening?
kitchen. There's no
Oh.
like room out of the kitchen.
I
Why are we
immediately
afraid
get my
of a
new
hat?
rapier out.
Why are we afraid of a hat? Someone
It's
tell
a-
me, why are we afraid of a hat?
The cereal
Shut
killer's
up!
gonna
I'm going outside.
It's not
You go
the hat,
outside.
it's who usually wears
I
them.
run outside
I'm
with
looking
Oliver.
around. Yeah.
Okay, roll perception check.
For any,
I'm
like,
with Oliver as well.
footprints or something.
Perception.
I'm
what-
explaining to Jade the serial
Is
killer
it-
backstory.
Yeah.
Is it nighttime?
It is not nighttime, no.
What is
17.
Is it summer?
It's the beginning of fall.
Oh, 16.
And what'd you get? 17?
17.
Okay. You don't notice anything.
There's also a serial killer. I think I'm gonna sleep at my own house tonight. Actually,
Do
That
you pick up the
sounds
hat, Aeliana?
Yes, because I'm like, get this away from my dog.
You pick up the hat and you see that there is, like most hats would have, there's a label on the inside that has a name on it.
What does it say?
Oh wait, hold on. Fuck, Zach. You set this whole
You
thing
just,
up.
Zach?
you just lifted it up.
I did. I literally just looked it up.
Men's Warehouse.
I just forget his first
No!
Not Men's Warehouse.
name.
Big bucks.
On the
Consumer-
inside of the top hat is the name
David's
William
Bridal.
Burroughs. And that's
Hey,
where we're
that's-
gonna end this week's episode.
Kid.
That's my dad, JMO, if you didn't know that.
Actually, I'm busy the next couple weeks. I don't know.
So thank you all so much for joining us this week. I appreciate it. Thank you. Special shout out to JMO for joining us for today's session and for the next couple, next few. Thank you to our viewers for watching. We really appreciate it. As always, thank you to my players, the best players a GM can ask for. I say it every time, but I mean it every time. And as always, everybody say bye.
What in
Okay.
the actual?
I really should have killed.